Alright, this is King Bucho. Welcome to BDA Boxing, the boxing debate arena. I decided to make an emergency broadcast because, as you guys know, if you read the news, Oleksander Usyk just signed with Eddie Hearn, Matchroom. His fights will be shown on Sky Sports in the UK and on the DAZN in the US. And I was watching some videos on the internet, some YouTube videos, supposedly about boxing, but they're not about boxing. And they were undermining what just happened. And some of them were actually saying that nobody knows who Oleksander Usyk is in the US, and so that this was a bad move from Usyk's part. They were saying that basically Eddie Hearn didn't really sign a boxer that's gonna attract the American market. But I disagree, and that's what I want to discuss. So, let's start. Who do we have on the Hangouts? Okay, we already have a few people here. Can you guys hear me? Abstract and official.
Are you fine,
recognize.
Man?
Yeah,
what up?
Loud and clear.
Perfect. I'm not gonna play the intros because I'm not really sure how this works here. I'm at the... Oh, yeah, I know.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
What do we mean when we say throwing punches with bad intention? We mean we want to seriously hurt people.
Don't get fooled when they tell you that the crime rate is down in New York. Every time I watch the local news, they're always talking about, well, there was a stabbing here, there was a stabbing there, there was a shooting there, but the crime is down.
Oh, we also have Apology.
Big of the devil, and it shall appear.
She just wanted the drama and you two to fight over her. That's what women do. all of you.
Bitches are stupid. I treat them like shit. That's how you get one to eat a dick. Never be sweet to a bitch.
Alright, what's up, people? So you know what the deal is. We're talking about Oleksander Usyk signing with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing. What do you guys think about that?
Could be a good thing, man. Definitely a good thing. I don't know what the problem. So what? There's been some criticism of
yeah, you know,
Usyk signing with Hearn, or the other way around. Hearn signing Usyk.
Well, the criticism is that Eddie Hearn. What's that background noise? Eddie Hearn didn't.
That's my
sign
son and
any...
his friends. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Eddie Hearn didn't sign anybody of relevance. That's what they're saying, and so I would say, well, because they were saying, oh, nobody in the US knows who Oleksander Usyk is. I'll tell you what, nobody in the US knows most of the PBC roster or any other, but I mean, you know,
wow, yeah.
So what's the fucking problem is? I don't get it. And by the way, Usyk is gonna be shown on Sky Sports, and Sky Sports, they know how to promote fighters because they work with Eddie Hearn, alongside Eddie Hearn. And so let me tell you, Oleksander Usyk is gonna become a huge name in boxing. He's already a big name amongst the hardcore fans, but he's gonna become even a bigger name because he's gonna be fighting in the UK. He's gonna be fighting Tony Bellew and maybe eventually even AJ. So the zone has a star on their hands.
I completely agree, Bucho.
Yeah.
Like Usyk, look, Usyk is a fantastic fighter for one. I don't agree that nobody knows who he is. He's fought on Lomachenko undercards as well. There was that fight, I think might have been the Jason Sosa fight where Usyk and Vosdik both fought on the undercard. So he's had exposure in the US. He's a charismatic guy as well. He's quite funny. He's picking up the language quite well. And with the skills, I mean, like, he's going to fight Bellew. He's going to absolutely school Bellew. I mean, Bellew has fucking no chance in that fight. He's going to school Bellew. And that will be the cruiserweight division totally cleaned out. I mean, it's already pretty much cleaned out anyway, and then he's going to move up to heavyweight. And I personally think he can really do something at heavyweight. I really do. You know, people talk about his size and stuff, but there's guys at heavyweight right now, like top 10, top 20 guys that are not any taller or particularly bigger than Usyk. I think with the skills he has, he can be a really big star. And what we do know about Matchroom is that they're really good at what they do. I mean, Eddie Hearn is a great promoter. He's a snake. He's a piece of shit. I'm not a fan of any of the promoters before anybody starts calling me like a fanboy or anything. But he knows how to fucking promote a fighter. That's the evidence is there. That's not really. I don't think you can really doubt that. I think this is great bit of business myself, to be honest.
Now, the criticism's coming from the American fans, the LDPC.
Yeah, well, I mean, like...
by the way, they said
Usyk
doesn't even speak English.
American, like...
Wait,
Usyk doesn't even speak English.
What does the LDBC want? They don't want black Americans to stand with Eddie Hearn. They don't want Usyk to stand with Eddie Hearn. So what do they want?
They don't want anyone to stand with him. They want him to fail.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's a good point. Apology.
Just stupid, like, I don't know, just sit back and enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, apology. If you watch some of these guys' videos, you're saying like it's stupid. They're fucking stupid. like if you watch some of these guys like Blood Boxing or whatever, like these and like X that come on here the other night, these people are quite clearly like they're not all there. They're stupid people.
By the way, we have Stu on the line.
I wasn't bad. I told you what's going to happen to Price. I told you he's going to be sleeping. I told you the ambulance is going to come. The oxygen mask is going to come out. I told you he's going to miss the main event. I told you all them things were going to happen.
What's up, fellas?
What up?
Hello.
What's up, Stu?
What's up, my man? I've got a feeling you don't really know who X is, do you?
Who, me?
X is.
I don't think you really know who. I don't think you really caught who X really is.
Nobody knows, too. So don't reveal his.
Actually,
don't say.
I don't really know who he is. No, why? Who is he?
He's some asshole, man.
I'll tell you another time.
He's an idiot.
I'll tell you another time.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was crazy, huh? All right, Stu. So, you know what we're talking about? Because I told you on Skype. What do you think about the detractors? People who don't like this move?
Well, why wouldn't you like the move? I just don't get it. If you're a boxing fan, why wouldn't you like this move? I mean, it makes sense, both parties. I think Heyman can't do nothing for Usyk. He can't. He's got 200 odd fighters that he can barely do anything for. So why would he sign for Heyman? Aaron was a choice for Usyk. I think with Lomachenko and that, like, Aaron could have done a good job. But I think Usyk's best options are with Eddie Hearn because he's got a Bellew fight there that can basically be made so easily. But then when he goes up to heavyweight, Hearn basically runs that division. When you look at the fighters he's got, especially now, when Usyk goes up, he's gonna run that division. He's got Dillian White there. He's got Joshua, the cash cow. He's got Chisora, and he's got other fighters. Do you know what I mean? That Usyk can fight. So
absolutely. And
let's be real, he's going to go after the cash cow and Anthony Joshua eventually. And I know Alan in the chat says he's going to keep Usyk away for Joshua, but I honestly believe Deontay Wilder will be at the back of the queue if Usyk beats Bellew and goes up. I think Usyk will get the fight before Wilder does, because Eddie Hearn loves to keep fights in house. And you can bet your life if Usyk does a real number on Bellew, goes up, he'll have a warm up or two, but Joshua will be waiting at the end of the road for him. I think he could get the fight before Wilder.
Oh, they've already said this. That's the plan. Anthony Joshua, well, it's one of the plans. And Usyk actually said that. He's like, eventually I would like to fight AJ.
Yeah, you probably fight Bellew, then Dillian White, then AJ. I think that's the perfect fight plan.
Because Dillian White's Joshua's
gatekeeper.
Is attack dog. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whoever goes after Joshua is going to have to go through Dillian White first, if you know what I mean. Especially with it, I think Dillian White realizes that as well, and I don't think he's very happy about it. But
no.
Where else can Dillian White go and become a pay-per-view fighter? I mean,
who can he fight? Nobody. I don't want to see Dillian White against Anthony Joshua again. And by the way, we have Cameron on the line.
Fuck, mate, it's life, man. You only live once. Make the most of life. Enjoy it. Because everybody's got their weird fetishes, man.
Reckon that's your mic.
Fucking ass.
Welcome, Cameron.
What's going on? What's going on?
All right, tell us what you think about this move. Usyk moving to Matchroom Boxing.
I think it's excellent, man. I think for both parties it's good. Like what Stu said before, come on about, none of the American networks were gonna do anything with Usyk. I mean, obviously, Loeffler had him, K2 had him, but he's not been in America in terms of, he's been on the road, hasn't he? So he's not been on big US networks, HBO and Showtime and PBC. They're not going to do anything with him. And DAZN and Hearn, they're going to promote him. Hearn's one thing, Hearn gets a lot of slack, and we've all given him slack. But the one thing he does do is promote his guy as well, and he's going to promote Usyk well. And like you said, he's going to be fighting Bellew. He'll be fighting at heavyweight at some point. White Joshua. It's good all round. It's smart because the heavyweight boxing outside of Wilder, it's all in the UK. That's where it's at. So if Usyk can get involved with that, it's going to make it easier for him to get the fights with the big UK heavyweight. So all in all, it's good for us because we can get the fights, and there's more chance of us getting the fights that we want to see at heavyweight with Usyk moving up. So why would you be disappointed in it?
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think
and all these people that talk about, Usyk doesn't speak English, but Rigondeaux doesn't speak English, but he was your fucking hero till he got his ass whooped.
That's a good point, right? Like, he didn't speak a lick of English, but they loved him.
Didn't even try. He didn't even try to speak English.
No, he had no interest of speaking.
Usyk at least tries.
I am speaks better English than Deontay Wilder. I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
he does.
Yeah.
Now it's funny because some YouTubers, you know who they are, they're constantly looking at DAZN and trying to figure out how it's gonna fail and why it's gonna fail, how it's gonna implode. So when they announced that Usyk's moving to DAZN, they were already there, like they were ready to criticize. Like you guys said, like he doesn't speak English.
I don't get that. I understand, like you can understand people who criticize things in boxing needs to be criticized, but those people who just go out their way to criticize for the sake of it. I mean, why would you follow boxing if you're just going to sit there and criticize things for the sake of it? Why follow boxing? Get out.
I'll tell you one thing as well. I've said it on this show months ago, and I continue to say it. Tank Davis will be next. Tank Davis is on the verge of leaving TMT, and you can bet your life Eddie Hearn is going to be the one he goes to. I just know it's going to happen because Tank's getting offered stupid money, and he's never going to see that money with Floyd, and he's not happy. It makes sense. So when Tank goes to Eddie Hearn, they're going to have seizures. I'm telling you now they are.
No, they're going to just call him a traitor.
They'll call him a traitor.
A traitor, exactly.
Like X.
By the way, guys, you guys want to laugh? I read a comment on a Boxing Channel. You know which type. This is what this guy wrote. Oh, and I'm not gonna say his name, but he has boxing in his name, so he's supposed to be a boxing fan. Okay, he wrote, Usyk. In the words of Conor McGregor, who the fuck is that guy? Shoot off signed, and he wrote shoot off instead of should have. Shoot off signed with HBO. They're good at hyping overseas fighters. So, first he says, who the fuck is Usyk? So he's not a real boxing fan. And then he goes up with a conspiracy about HBO hyping up overseas fighters. So this some of the comments that I read.
I'm sick to the fucking backbone of these people. I'm just sick of them. I'm just glad I don't have to live around these whining little fucks.
This is why I want overseas. I always root for overseas fighters. So if Usyk fights Wilder, I'm rooting for him to knock him out, just to see the reaction. Like this weekend, Till versus Woodley. I'm rooting for Till just to see the reaction for the LDBC.
What did you say?
That is a fight I'm looking forward to the most this weekend, I think. Till Woodley.
Yeah, same as me, man. That'll be the one I'm watching anyway.
It's going to be a good fight, man.
I'd like to see Woodley get his ass handed to him, to be honest.
He's another whiner. He's another whiner.
Oh, mate, he's a snowflake. He's a fucking snowflake, mate.
I think he will, to be honest, man. Have you seen the size of Till?
Yeah, I know. Woodley's a hard little bastard, though. You got to give him.
Yeah, he's got power. He's very explosive.
I always bet against Woodley. I thought, no, he's going to lose. I thought Robbie Lawler was going to beat him, and he fucking destroyed him.
I thought Thompson was going to beat him, but he won.
Wonderboy Thompson was going to be too much for him on striking, and he was the better striker that night. Woodley's a very underestimated fighter. I just don't like the guy. He's a whiny little bitch. He's like the UFC Kaepernick, isn't he? He's just
he is. Yeah. That's a good analogy.
Do you know what, Ron? I hope Till wins, but I don't know, man. I think Woodley.
I think Woodley's going to catch him.
Yeah, I think Woodley. Yeah, I think Woodley might knock him out. To be honest, man. I mean, I'm looking at it. I mean, I don't know, man. I think Covington's probably more of a tougher fight than Woodley than fucking Till in a way with his cardio and wrestling, but we'll see. Anyway, back onto the boxes.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on?
I was watching. Somebody put on. I saw a comment the other day. Someone called Usyk bumsick. I mean, that's when you know someone really doesn't know their boxing.
Yeah,
I mean, something like that.
Let's call a guy that's probably top 3 pound for pound of Birmingham. These guys don't know fuck all about boxing. They don't. They don't know fuck all about boxing. They're in it. They've joined it late, haven't they? Let's be real. Half of these clowns were nowhere to be seen 5-6 years ago. They've joined it late. They've jumped on the fucking 78 Sports TV race train, and they're on board. But let's be real. They're fucking. I shit more boxing knowledge every day than what they know. Do you know what I mean? So I can't even bother to talk about them. I'd rather just talk about this signing of Usyk to Matchroom, because us lot who listen to this show, we all know boxing. We all know it's a great signing. Whether the guy is fucking white, black, purple, or pink, this guy is a world-class fighter. And if you don't want world-class fighters aboard the train, then I don't know what sort of promoter you are.
I actually feel sorry for the people who don't follow Usyk and know who he is, because they're just missing out on one of the best fighters in the world and one of the top pound for pound fighters. This is a guy who, let's be honest, he's arguably the best champion in the sport, simply because of the fact that he won his title on the road, he beat all the contenders on the road, and he unified against Garcia in Russia. You know what I mean? This is a legit champion here.
I agree.
Can I just get back at Low Place, who says, according to Stu, Cap is whining because he's tired of black kids getting shot by cops. This is not why Cap's whining. If it's anything to do with black kids getting shot by cops, then I'm on board. Of course I don't want to see black kids getting shot by cops. I don't want to see. I've seen videos where some black kid got shot and his poor dog for fuck all. I don't like seeing things. But Kaepernick's doing it because his career was over. Right, he was just a bum sitting on the bench, and he thought, "How can I make a name for myself? Because my football career is not going to do it. Oh no, I'll be a social justice warrior, Trump hater, and a police hater."
Kaepernick is full of shit. In America, whites get killed more by cops than blacks do. That's a fact.
Yeah,
So That's all I gotta say about that. Shut the fuck up. That's a fact. Go look it up. You can find it in any stat. White men, white people, period, are shot and killed more by cops in America than blacks.
Listen, Nike.
Kaepernick's not even. Kaepernick's a fucking. He's not even a purebred, is he? He's fucking. He's a mongrel.
He's a little half-breed trying to prove himself.
Mongrel, isn't he? He's probably got some.
He's a little half-breed trying to prove himself.
Of course he.
Half-breeds always try to prove themselves.
Of course they do. The half-breeds are more pro-black than the dark-skinned guys.
Yeah. That's true. I get along. Listen, I get along with, and I'm a half-breed myself, technically, right? But I get along with more dark-skinned people than I ever did with fucking light-skinned people. They're the worst. This is coming from somebody who's light-skinned like him, just about.
Yeah. And they totally turn away from their white side of the family. And most likelihood is it's the white mother or it's blood's bringing them up. Do you know what I mean? Yet they turn away from that side. This is from the mixed race people I know. They're all really pro-black, but daddy's nowhere to be seen. Do you know what I mean? It's just they're fucking.
Yeah, I noticed that pattern as well.
Kaepernick is not sacrificing shit. He got a fucking nice contract to sign with Nike. He ain't sacrificing nothing. So
Nike has slaves. Nike's a fucking corporation that fucking basically owns slaves.
Yeah.
You know, Nike's a fucking slave company. So,
look who he played for. I mean, it don't get no more cook than the San Francisco 49ers, does it?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Just obviously there's a few Brits on the show tonight. I saw it got announced today. It was actually a pretty decent. I'm actually quite happy this doubleheader. You got Josh Taylor against Martin. You got Burnett Donaire on the same card. It's a pretty good doubleheader. That.
Yeah, it is.
Anybody seen that?
Yeah.
I like that.
Josh Taylor's the truth as well.
You can't put Burnett on a pay-per-view event, on top in the event. You need to put a strong card on. He knows it. You can't be putting these fucking fights on. Like when he put Callum Smith versus fucking Van Damme in Kickboxer. Do you know what I mean? It fucking put it on pay-per-view. Do you know what I mean? I can't remember the guy's name. Who was the kickboxer he fought? I can't remember.
I don't think this is pay-per-view, bro. This doubleheader.
No, if it's on ITV, no, it'd be on ITV Box Office. They all are, man.
Is it on? I think is it on ITV or is it on Channel 5? Because Josh Taylor's main eventing.
Yeah, but Josh Taylor, World Boxing Series is signed to ITV. It don't matter. Josh Taylor have to fight him.
I didn't know if they were signed to the ITV deal for the second series.
Oh right, so 1 year deal then. I thought it was.
I'm not sure. That's what I'm saying, but I'm not sure. You might be right. I'm not 100% sure. That's what I'm saying.
That's why he's doing it. That's why he's doing it, because he's going to put the event pay-per-view. He's not going to put them on. You can't put them in single events and then charge pay-per-view. Just.
I mean, let's be fair. Burnett Donaire, we know who's going to win that fight. You know, I mean, Donnett's shot, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a good fight. You know, it should be an action-packed fight. Josh Taylor, I think it's a decent double-header, man. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not going to pay for it. You know, nobody's going to pay for it. There's enough streaming sites out there, but it's good. It's a good little card. You'll probably see some good undercard for it.
I'll pay for it because that's what I do. When good fights are made, I support them. I'll pay for it. I will, because I paid for Usyk Garcia. I mean, I did. No business paying for two Russians fighting it. Well, a Ukrainian and a Russian fighting each other. No business. But because I love boxing and I want to support these fights, I pay for it. I mean, I'm going to pay for Joshua Povetkin. I'm going to pay for that.
Yeah, so will I. I will as well.
Good fight. I'll pay. You know, it's just when I'm not getting value for money. That's when I get you know, my nose put out of joint when these fucking bum cards are put on and they're charging this pay-per-view for it. Ooh.
Well, like Chris Eubank's pay-per-views, for example.
Yeah, you know, it's not just that. Some of the shit Hearn's put on, Cleverly Bellew too. I mean, that was pay-per-view, for fuck's sake.
What do you think Hay Bellew was pay-per-view? The first one?
David Hay,
first one.
David Hay, David Hay, everything's pay-per-view with him. That guy's so fucking deluded, David Hay. He really thinks he's some sort of pay-per-view superstar. And we're stupid
what's going on?
To buy it.
What's going on with David Hay?
He's retired.
He's retired.
Okay. I thought he was coming back or something.
Did you not see? He came out in the papers a few weeks ago saying that he thinks that he can still beat Joshua Wilder, Fury. The guy's out. No. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Man.
I see David Hay tell Wilder that he's finished. He says no more.
Do you know what? I actually want to see that Bellew Usyk fight, because the amount of times I bet, every time I bet against Bellew, man, the guy just keeps proving me wrong. It wouldn't surprise me if he actually, I mean, look, I think Usyk really does a job on him, but it wouldn't surprise me if Bellew actually does get a few moments of success in that fight.
Well, if you pick Bellew to win, then it's a certainly for a Usyk stoppage.
Oh no, Usyk can win, man. But you know, listen, you know for a fact that Bellew, he just comes. Oh, I don't know, man. It wouldn't surprise me if Bellew has.
I know what you mean about Bellew. I think Bellew's a lot better than what people give him credit for.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Bellew's quite smart.
Yeah.
Bellew.
Fair, I said I'd never bet against Bellew again. Like I picked McGregor to beat him. I was one of the few people that said David Haye was shot. I said David Haye was shot after the Jurjai fight. I could see it in him. You could just see it.
Is that his name? Is that how you pronounce it? Jurjai.
Jurjai Arnold. That Jurjai.
I thought David Haye would be.
I tell you what, Bellew's he's very good at reading a fight. Bellew, very smart boxer. I know he can be a bit slow and sloppy, but he's getting better as well. He's improving a lot. He's just very good at reading the fight, and that's one thing that gives him a chance. He's got massive power, and obviously he's a very good tactician is the word I'm looking for. But I just don't think it's going to be enough against Usyk.
No, I mean the thing is with power, you've got to be able to land it, and like I don't know, like Gassiev. Would you guys say Gassiev? Bellew's got more power than Gassiev? I'm not so sure.
No.
And Gassiev couldn't land on him. You know, I don't think Bellew's good enough. I think Usyk's elite for me. I'm predicting Usyk's going to end up a superstar.
That would have been a good fight,
yep,
man.
I agree.
Gassiev would actually be a very good fight too.
Yeah, I would be. Yeah, I would love to see that.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Can I just say something that I forgot to mention concerning DAZN? A lot of people complain about DAZN, saying, "Well, who's gonna buy DAZN? Nobody's gonna buy this. Nobody watches soccer." That's what they're saying. I'm like, you probably don't watch soccer, but a lot of Mexicans and Latinos in the US are huge soccer fans. So they're gonna buy DAZN to watch Champions League and the Italian league and all these other leagues. They don't have the Premier League, but they have Spain.
No one's watching basketball and American football. Nobody. I don't know one person in this country that watches NFL or basketball.
NHL.
I don't know one.
Yeah, that's true.
Football's the biggest sport in the world, man. I mean, look.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Like, soccer, whatever you want to call it. It's football. Let's be real. The real word's football. Soccer.
I know. I use football, but I'm using soccer here.
Say soccer.
Yeah. So
I love football in America. I love NFL football, but I don't like the politics shit.
Nah, fuck garbage.
That's the problem.
But I still watch it. I just tone that part out. I just like when that part comes up, I just change it. You know what I'm saying? Or mute it, and then.
Hasn't the zone got MMA as well? And they got Bellator.
Right? Oh yeah, they have Bellator coming up. I wrote it down here. So
I mean, I like. But Bellator has some good fights coming out. I mean, I like watching Bellator. Yeah, they've got some decent fights coming up. So, yeah, I guess it depends what you're into, isn't it? In terms of
I'll tell you what, though, one thing about America that I've noticed, a lot of the people that are switching off the NFL are actually going to football, soccer. If you see some of the crowds in the major league get soccer,
the MLS is growing.
Yeah,
I mean, even here in Canada.
Really good crowds. I was watching a game the other day. All right, they're all fucking Mexicans, but they still get good crowds, man. You know,
no, they're not all Mexicans. They're not all Mexicans. You go to
a lot of them are,
Seattle.
I was watching some, I think,
Houston,
some team in California. I can't remember who it was, but they were at home, and there was a lot of Mexicans there. But they get some really good crowds. When I see the highlights, I see some full stadiums, and I think
California has like 4 teams. Like, that's how big it is. They have like 4 teams over there.
That's what I mean. I can't remember who it was now because, like I said, I don't really follow Major League Football.
California has like 4 teams in every sport, just about. I think.
Yeah, that's true.
In baseball, they got about 4 or 5. I think in basketball, they got about
2.
I'm going to say 3 or 4.
No, they have. Oh no, wait.
They have Los Angeles, they went ages without an American football team, though, didn't they? When the Rams went, didn't the Rams go to St. Louis?
Yeah, and then they came back. Rams went to St. Louis. Raiders were at one point at
Oakland. They went to Oakland, didn't they?
And then they stayed. They went back to Oakland and stayed.
That's right, yeah. Because when I was younger, I remember the LA Rams and the LA Raiders. It was always like it was a derby game sort of things. But yeah, LA went years without having a. Do you think a big county like that would have or state, shall I say, would have a decent side, but they didn't.
Yeah, Stu, I've got a question for you, Stu, back in the thing. Because we obviously, I know you used to be a big fan of Kell. What do you make of them coming out saying he's going back to 147 now?
I said it yesterday. I think the guy's a clown, mate. To be honest with you, I don't know what this guy wants anymore. Chasing Amir Khan. This guy would go to 122 if he could get Amir Khan.
Yeah, he would.
He's only going down for Khan, though, isn't he?
He'd walk in looking like fucking Gandhi just to get a fight at Khan, wouldn't he? Do you know what I mean? So I
remember you used to be a big fan of him, bro. At one point.
I think everyone here used to be.
Yeah.
Fan of what though? Fan of what? What have I got? What has he done for me to be a fan of since he's got his ass whooped twice?
Joe, when he beat Porter, I was really high on Brook. Like, I thought, this guy
wasted talent.
Welterweight.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, Cameron. But he's killed his career. He's killed himself off.
I think
sold himself out.
Has he really come back to this? When he joined the 154 division, he fought Rabchenko, but we've not heard from him since. Is he out trying to get a name for himself, calling out these big guys, Hearn and Munguia and fucking Charlo? Is he calling out these guys? Not even Liam Smith. He's not even calling that guy out. The guy don't want hard fights. Let me tell you something now. Kell Brook hasn't got the stomach to be in a hard fight. He doesn't want. He wants Khan because he knows he can knock Khan clean out.
I think that beating he took off of Golovkin has psychologically damaged him. If you look at the way he quit against Spence, it was shots in the same part of his, like, above his eye and stuff, and you could see him just sort of like crumble. I think all he really wants now is a big money fight, and he sees Khan as that. All he wants is Khan or Pacquiao and fuck off into the sunset. I don't think he'll be around for more than about another year, Kell Brook.
I agree.
That's why I'm at the end of my tether with him.
It's a shame though, because when he beat Porter, this guy had so much potential, man, to do something great.
He had one good win at 147. The guy had 30 odd fights before he fought Porter.
No, but he was talent. He was a talent. You could see it.
Yeah, he was a talent. I mean, look, it's not like he lost to Bombs. You know what I'm saying? Like he did. No, he lost to Golovkin, who was a bigger man than him, and then he lost to Spence in a good fight where he was actually.
Yeah, but it's not just
the first half of the fight.
Didn't he fight the same Bomb 3 times?
No, he fought Carson Jones twice.
No, there's a guy he beat 3 times.
Because fighters lose when they fight the best. You're going to lose. He's done nothing with his career. I mean, let's be real. Like I said, at 147, fought one good guy. The only decent, the real top guy he's fought at 147. Because Porter's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, but Spence is like an elite fight. He got beat. But obviously Golovkin's going to beat him as a middleweight. I'll throw that one away. But when you look at the other fights, he's fought no one. When he had that belt, who did he fight? Joe Dan. Fucking, who was the other one?
Frankie Gavin.
Yeah, that was pay-per-view as well.
That guy from Quebec.
I can't keep thinking of him. This guy was fighting Matthew Hatton in his 30th fight or something like that.
It's like the welterweight Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, mate, I can't think of Kell Brook no more.
You think it's
I think you're missing out. He fought Kevin Bizier as well.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That was his Mando. Is his mandatory Kevin Bizier that won it? I don't think it's Hearn's fault. Apologies just says, is it Hearn's fault? I don't think it's Hearn's fault. I think it's Kell Brook's fault. Hearn can't force him into taking a fight. It was taking that Gennady Golovkin fight that fucked him up. Apparently, if you listen to Eddie Hearn was talking to him on the phone about the fact that, Chris Eubank Jr. didn't sign the fight and everything. And Brook's just gone, oh, well, I'll fucking fight him for the same money. What a fucking idiot. Like, who moves up from 147 and fights an absolute fucking killer at 160?
Again, it's the obsession with Amir Khan, trying to get one over Khan.
Just fight the guy.
Thicko. Well, Amir Khan, you got knocked the fuck out by Canelo. I'm going to do one better than you and get
just
completely destroyed my eye socket.
But it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
It was literally about 4 months after Khan got knocked out by Canelo as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. I heard people picking Brook as well. Do you know, when we were on the Boxing Gossip podcast, and there was one guy on there, I can't remember who it was now, was picking him. There's people in the fucking chat as well picking Brook.
Johnny Nelson, wasn't it? Johnny Nelson was.
Fucking, are you stupid?
Guys. Brandon White in the chat says Kell Brook fought Ernie Smith 3 times. That's the guy I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Did he?
I mean, when he took that belt off Sean Porter, right? I mean, to think that his next 3 fights was Dan, Bizier, and Frankie Gavin. I mean, it's just appalling. It really is, and it's appalling, mate. When he had his interviews, he's like, I want to fight Thurman Spence.
Chocolate brownie.
He got forced into that Spence fight. He got forced into it.
Yeah.
He did.
Well,
and he
could have said no. He could have said no.
I think he would have beat Spence had he fought Spence before he fought If he would have fought Spence before he fought Triple G,
Golovkin.
I think he beats him.
I think so as well. It was coming down from 160. It was coming down from 160, coming back down and having to lose the weight again, combined with the psychological damage.
A broken orbital bone.
Yeah. That fucked him up. He killed his career with one fucking stupid decision there, man.
How much did he get for that Golovkin fight? Was it 4 mil?
6 mil.
6 mil.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, I heard it was 5 million, but who knows?
That's a lot of money.
Is it £5 million?
Yeah. Which is about $7.5 million.
$7.5 million. Yeah, that's a big payday.
Can we blame him?
Yeah,
can we blame him?
Because you'd want a big payday to get him with Golovkin if you're that size. Jesus Christ, he'd kill you.
It probably cost him $3 million for his new Terminator eye socket.
When you're fighting, you're not thinking you're going to get your face broken. I mean, there's a possibility. There's always, but you're not thinking, if I could take the $7.5 million, but I could get my face broken. He's not thinking no boxer's thinking like that. They're thinking.
He should have been thinking like that, considering he was a fucking welterweight, and Gennady Golovkin was on what was it at that point? That was he was still on that fucking knockout streak, weren't he? That was his last
knockout.
Half a bit of fucking sense.
Look, in hindsight, he should have fought. What he should have done was fight Spence first, then go up in weight, and but the Triple G fight was it was offered in a strange scenario, and he took it.
Yeah, I mean the Quads in the chat's not very happy with this but we can't keep defending this guy. I've defended this guy for years. Anyone that Butcher will tell you this. I used to go on the Boxing Voice. I used to get called fucking everything for defending this guy, but I can't defend this guy. I can't defend this guy no more. I mean, let's be real. Who's he fighting next? Tell me now who's he fighting next. Let's be
honest, man.
He's talking about. Hang on a sec, Cameron. He's talking about dissecting. Let's dissect Wilder's. We sat here every week and tell you how shit Wilder's resume is. So we've got to keep it real down the middle. Kell Brooks is the same. I know Kell Brooks got big names on his resume, but he lost them both in bad fashion. To be honest with you, so I like Kell. He needs some fights.
And let's be real. Like, I don't get it. Like, every time we do criticize, I think all of us here, we're all pretty straight down the middle. You know what I mean? So if we do criticize somebody, it's facts behind it, man. Like, there's facts behind this Brooks situation. You know what I mean? Everything we've said about it, it's just the truth, man.
Low Place in the chat says Golovkin's not getting stick for cherry picking though.
Oh man, this is that shit that will never die, ain't it? When did he cherry pick? Like, here's the thing, right? With the Vaners fight, That was Canelo's fault. He had to get a last-minute replacement for Canelo. I mean, like, how is that a fucking cherry pick?
Bucha, can I ask you a quick question?
Go ahead.
Yeah, who's the new guy in the panel?
Oh, it's the Matt. I don't know his name. He's a French guy, Serbian French.
Also, we say this. I say this over and over again. I think we all say it all over and over again. You can only beat the guys that are put in front of you in the division. It's not Golovkin's fault. He's in a poor middleweight division. And let's be real. If you took Golovkin out of the division, all these guys being tough fights. You know, let's be honest. You got Jacobs, Derevchenko. You don't know who's going to win that fight. Yeah, all these guys fight each other. Golovkin's just destroyed this whole division that he's had. I mean, it's not his fault. He's had to fight these guys. You know what I mean? It's not his fault. He hasn't got, you know, Hopkins, Taylor, Pavlik, and that sort of era. You know,
Don't make me laugh.
I thought it was a terrible thing for Golovkin to take that fight. Absolutely terrible. I mean, you know, this guy was pound for pound number one, apparently, at the time. A lot of people saying it probably could have been mine at the time. I can't remember. But a monster, knocking everyone out. He had no business fighting some small guy that's 2 divisions below him. I mean, just no business at all. I could understand if it's Floyd Mayweather, a big showdown fight. It would have been a bit of a better fight, if you know what I mean. But it wasn't Floyd Mayweather. It was Kell Brook. So I know the money was good, but I just don't see the point of Golovkin taking that fight. I think it done his career more harm than good, to be honest with you.
I agree with that. Also, I do agree with Lloyd Place to an extent. If you take away Brooks' win against Porter, Golovkin effectively fought a welterweight prospect. Let's be real, because that's what his resume has been outside of.
Do you take Marvin Hagler's win? Do you take something away from Marvin Hagler for going 15 rounds with Roberto Duran?
I do. You should. Roberto Duran was
consistent. That's consistent. Okay.
Yeah.
If you take something away from
Kell Brook's not Roberto Duran, is he? Let's be real.
Yeah, but he was
exactly.
25 pounds. And he was 40 something. He was like in his 40s when he fought Marvin Hagler, and he was way smaller than Marvin Hagler.
Didn't Duran go up to light heavyweight or something ridiculous like that? Fucking
yeah, but
168.
I'm just trying to say, like, I'm not taking. If you're going to take something away, then you got to take something away from Marvin Hagler.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you look at that name on paper, it looks a great win, doesn't it? Roberto Duran sitting there, but then when you look at the consequences of Duran being a small guy at 40 years old, then
I wonder what these people are gonna say when Spence fights Mikey Garcia.
I know, and can I just say, Low Place is saying GGG brought Kell Brook up for 160. It was Kell Brook that offered to fight him for 1. For 2, it was Kell Brook that turned down a catchweight and says, no, it's okay, I'll fight him at 160, giving it the big un, yeah?
No.
Fucking ridiculous.
Low Place, you know what it is? Low Play ignores facts, and he talks with his feelings. As that's factual. Like thinking that Adonis Stevenson is that it's a fact that Adonis Stevenson is. He actually said that. He actually said that one time. Like, you're crazy if you don't think Adonis Stevenson is pound for pound the best fighter. I'm like, well, be crazy. I don't think he's pound for pound the best fighter. Okay, I don't even think he's the best fighter in his weight class, let alone pound pound fighter.
This guy had Buddy Jack at number 3, so you know.
Abstract's got a good point. Abstract had a good point actually about yes, before that Brook fight, Brook took the fight. You never heard Golovkin ever mention fighting Kell Brook before that fight was Brook came out and took that fight. You never heard Golovkin ever mention Brook's name.
But who's the one that threw themselves in the mix to fight Golovkin?
Brook.
Brook's the one that told anyone.
Who was he there to fight? He was there to originally fight
Eubanks. Eubanks Jr. It's the same with the Rigo. People that saying Lomachenko brought Rigo up. It was Rigo calling Loma out for fucking ages. And Loma eventually went okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Rigo was calling him out for years, man. Like 3 years.
Yeah.
Was calling him out.
Dude, you know, this is the thing about boxing. This is the thing about boxing that people, I get surprised. Like, some people just don't. I guess they don't know about it, right? Marvin Hagler went 15 rounds with Roberto Duran. He gave Roberto Duran gave him a tough fight. Okay, his next fight, he fought Tommy Hearns and got sparked the fuck out in 2 rounds. Everybody thought Tommy Hearns was gonna kill Hagler because of this, and he knocked out Hagler. Hagler knocked him out in 3 rounds. So let's put things in perspective. Like, boxing is a very unpredictable sport. So, yes, he fought Kell Brook. Kell Brook wanted it. The money was there. Why would Triple G turn that down? It's not like he's trying to make a career out of fighting welterweights, right? Somebody would say Canelo, he brought Canelo. Canelo is a middleweight, bro. He can't go down to 154 anymore. He can't.
I just want to make a point about Golovkin. In fact, you see, it's true in a way that that fight against Brook hurt him a lot, his image, because it gave his haters a lot of ammunition. But you have to remember that he, especially as old guy, and he was always, even before getting old, he was always somebody who liked to fight 3 or 4 times a year. So up till we started talking about that Canelo fight, he was usually fighting like at least 3 times a year. And then there was problems with Eubank and with others, and that's when he started fighting just once or twice a year. And he was always saying that he likes to keep active, and that's the reason why he fought that guy, what's his name, the Armenian, his last fight. Yeah, so that's it. We have to keep in mind that he likes to be active, and it's very important, especially at his age.
Yeah. By the way, you look like Scott Quigg in your picture, man, if that's you.
Oh, no, it's me.
Yeah, you look like Scott Quigg, man.
Guys, Low Place is saying... hold on.
Just a version.
Low Place is saying Sergey Deryachenko had Golovkin all but scared.
Oh, wow.
Listen,
I mean, are you fucking joking?
listen.
This is not serious.
Well, it would be different if the fight was already, how do you say,
in place.
Say it in French.
If it was already scheduled to happen, but they just expected Golovkin to fight him on a short notice, while it would maybe hurt him.
You know what this reminds me of? I've said this in the show. It's that Low Place is that guy, man. He supports this. Some dude calling another guy out in a fight and telling him, "Come meet me in another city. And if you don't come meet me in another city, you're scared of me. You're a bitch ass nigga. This and this and that." Okay, that's who he supports. He supports people like that. Like, no, man, I take content into any opinion. The fact was it was a short notice. Derenchenko was a guy that he wasn't expected to fight. Canelo is the one that fucked up, and Triple G was left in a bad situation. He wanted to keep that date. Vanez stepped in. That's it.
Can we just say one thing? Can we just say one thing about this? Like, yeah, I mean, like, I'm not totally. I mean, no place will get on now. I want to say one thing, because this is what doesn't add up for me. Like, you'll say that Golovkin brings up cherry picks at a welterweight and things like that, whereas he supports a guy in Adonis Stevenson who has not fought any top light heavyweight, but chose to bring Sakio Beaker up from 168 as a title defense, and he defends that. Where's the logic in this?
Yeah, and the thing with Adonis Stevenson as well, at the time when they were trying to make the Stevenson-Kovalev fight, Kovalev was the only one that was tied to a network. Stevenson wasn't tied to a network, right? So the whole fucking argument, it's got to be on this network, it's got to be on that network. Stevenson could have made the fucking could have fought on the network that Kovalev was on, and he chose not to. Like, that's a duck for me. That's a fucking duck.
Let's not talk about Stevenson, because that's when I start to fall asleep.
Yeah, I might jump off the panel if we talk about him.
Yeah, fuck.
Every time we talk about Stevenson, I just get really tired. I I get down and depressed, and especially when Low Place talks about Stevenson. I mean, he's actually invented a new form of torture.
To be fair, though, Stevenson's actually fought. I mean, look, he fought Jack last week.
No, don't.
He's fighting legit guys now. Finally,
We're not gonna talk about Stevenson, so that's it. We're moving on.
Yeah, fuck that pill.
By the way, now that Usyk signed with Matchroom, what's gonna happen with Andre Ward? Because Andre Ward, there were rumors he was gonna fight Tony Bellew. That's not gonna happen because it's gonna be Usyk against Tony Bellew.
I think he is.
Does anybody care about Ward until he actually comes back?
Send him to the fucking Vatican. He thinks he's the son of God. Let's send him there.
I hope he stays home.
He's the son of Jesus.
Janitor.
He's the son of Jesus.
I've got to be honest, I never really give much of a shit about Ward when he was fighting, to be completely honest.
Exactly, man. We're talking about a guy who's retired now, man.
After the what's that guy he fought at lightweight? After Stevenson, after Dawson, what's his name?
Oh, Adrian Rodriguez.
Yeah, after that, I just tuned out of Andre Ward.
Andre Ward but barely gets past Kovalev, then retires as soon as all these young, hungry lions are coming up for him. It's a joke. Who cares about him, man?
Yeah.
Edwin Rodriguez. I mean, what's that guy done since?
Got knocked out by Thomas Williams in 2 rounds.
There you go.
That's when I got Thomas Williams.
I'm not sure who's the worst, Edwin Rodriguez or Delvin Rodriguez.
And to be fair, if you look at those 2 last fights of Ward's, if you actually go by what actually happened in the ring and like the actual rules of boxing, he fucking lost both fights.
Cool. You're talking about Ward?
Ward, yeah.
He should have been disqualified for. He should have been disqualified for a few fights.
He
lost the first fight, and all he did was fucking hit him in the bollocks in the second fight. So
it ruined Kovalev. It ruined Kovalev's psychologically. It ruined Kovalev, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's boxing is going to be fair, but he's Russian, Ward's American. He should have known better.
Sergei Kovalev, he's in a situation where, because he's Russian, he has to fight these guys in their backyard by their rules, with American judges, with American refs, with American corruption, and it was just never.
And then being called a racist. Being called a racist.
Sergei Kovalev would have had to take an AK-47 in the ring that night.
Can I say something?
Can
I say something?
You realise that Vladimir Putin should have sent the troops in. That was the only way he's going to win that fight.
Speaking I don't like the fact that Tony Weeks is repping this Triple G Canelo 2 fight either, because for me that was I mean, like, the way he just stopped it.
Well, the one good thing about it, there's no brother in the fight, so he's not going to pick a side, is he?
Exactly. Can I say something, please? Please, hold on. One thing. I want to say one thing. Kovalev was being painted as a racist throughout the whole build-up to the Ward fight. Now, couldn't that have affected the outcome of the fight, taking into account that you had a black referee?
No.
I mean,
I
don't know. They would set up from the beginning. As soon as the fight was started,
that's something about fucking America. Everything's fucking. Everyone's a Nazi in America, aren't they?
Dude, everybody's racist in America. That's what it is.
Redneck or Nazi. You know,
well, I think it was something other than racism. In fact, if you remember, sorry for cutting you off, man. But if you remember back in 2016, all the political climate, etc. There was a lot of anti-Russian bias, you know, and so especially Hillary and others, they were talking about communists, while they are the biggest communists in America. And so even on the HBO and all the CEOs from the big companies, they started treating Russians like shit. I mean, at least That's what I'm thinking. And so, especially the HBO, since the World Fight, they started talking about Kovalev as he was, I don't know, as he was a serial killer instead of an HBO fighter.
Dude, they had a meme. I actually still got the picture. I actually still have it.
I mean, the thing is, it might not be as deep. It might not even be as deep as that. If you just do a little bit of research, Ward's manager, James Prince, is a fucking gangster. Just do a little, anybody, do a little bit of research on James Prince.
But abstract, they love him for that. They love him for that. They love him for that.
He's a hustler.
Wow.
They like that. They like guys like that. I'm not just saying Black America. I'm just saying like people who defend this snowflake shit. They love gangsters. That's why thugs kill blacks all the time and they don't protest them.
I think you'll probably find that Tony Weeks had a pretty good Christmas that year. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, of course. Boxing corruption is what it is. I mean, anybody that looks at that fight, look, this is the way I see that fight. If you look at that fight and say, nothing to see here, you're a piece of shit. Yeah, you're not being honest. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't waste my time with people like Low Place who complains about Padu Jack getting hit once or twice low, but he didn't see anything wrong with what Andre Ward did to Kovalev.
Yeah. Even Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie Malignaggi was a fucking Ward fanboy and a Floyd fanboy. Yeah, even him. At the time that fight was stopped, I think he caught himself on after a few minutes. But when it first happened, he couldn't fucking stop himself on that Sky commentary. He was like, "Oh my god, how is he stopping it now?" Like he could not hide how fucking like shocked he was. So I agree. If you say there's nothing to see there, and that was totally normal, you're just dishonest.
Yeah, that was very surprising.
Yeah, well.
By the way, yeah. Sorry, continue.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to tell you guys that Kurtzize got sentenced to 10 years. I just read.
Jesus Christ!
Kurtzize got hit with a RICO charge. That's
RICO.
Yeah.
I just want to give my 2 cents on the anti-Russian feeling you get in America. I mean, it's strange how things have changed with the Cold War. This anti-fucking Russian thing, anti-communist thing. Can you remember all the communists, the devils, the communists are evil? Yeah, it's just completely switched around because now America seems to be run by left-wing communists. And I think because Russia kicked the communists out of Russia, I think that's where a lot of the hate towards Russia in the media is from. Because a lot of these Americans in the media and the establishment are fucking communists. Let's be real, that's what they are. And that's why I think a lot of the anti-Russian, and it was they made it America versus Russia, you know, diverse America versus right-wing Nazi Russia. That's what they made it like, and Ward was always going to get the nod.
Yes, and plus it was just before the elections, so it just intensified all that feeling, all those things you are saying.
Yeah. Russia is interfering in the elections.
The country that communism. Well, it did thrive through communism, but communism was there for many years, right? And now they've kicked communism out. And now all of a sudden, because they've kicked the communists out, they're far right, aren't they? Everyone says the Russians are far right fascists. I mean, it's a fucking joke, man.
Because they got rid of the Putin got rid of the oligarchs in
exactly.
Russia.
That's right.
They're not part of the
enemy number one.
They're not. Russia is not part of this Europe, North America club.
You can't tell them who they're going to accept in their country like you can do with Europe because they're part of the EU. You can't do that in Russia. Or you can't do that.
And they still have.
They've had to do. Look at the misery that the Soviet people have gone through communism, the deaths, the murder, the starvation. I mean, communism is not good for anyone, right? So these people have to be a bit strict to keep their fucking national identity. They're not going to be like the French and the UK, who's going to be overrun. I mean, did you see the World Cup team? I mean, fuck me. The World Cup French winning team had 2 white dudes in it, man. I mean, that's telling you where France is going. That's not going to happen in Russia.
Yeah, they have other types of values, so it's the complete opposite of the US for sure. And
yeah, because Putin has some balls. That's why he won't accept anyone's shit.
And by the way,
can't tell him what to do.
Yeah,
look at Europe.
The West hates him because they want you. They hate men like him. Like, what do you mean? Like, I can't just send anybody into your country and you accept all this global homo agenda that's, you know, that's I don't know. It's like impermeated in the Western world. I don't know why, but it is what it is.
But there's rumors that in the US, they're killing gays in Russia. That's complete bullshit. They're not killing gays. What Russia has said is, we don't want any gay education for the children in school. That's all they're asking for. Yeah, but they're not killing any gays. Like, get out of here. Fucking propaganda, man.
Gay education.
America kills more gays than Russia does.
Probably.
Because that's the way it always is. It's like wherever it's accepted the most, you're gonna find people that don't accept it, that are homophobic, or they don't want a secret to come out, that they like to fuck, you know, boys on the side or whatever, and they kill them more. There's more access to them. So where in Russia, it's like, we'll stay to ourselves because it's not really, you know, it's not accepted. It's not like looked at as a normal relationship. America has been for a long time, has been making the gay thing look like it's normal. That's, you know, it's part of mainstream media.
Yes. Bad.
Oh no, listen. I believe this. In 50 years, or maybe even shorter than that, I believe this is going to be the new norm. If you're a guy who dates a woman who happens to date a woman from your same race, you're going to be looked at as the weird one. Like, wow, you guys actually still date?
Could be.
They're going to look at you.
But by the way,
be like, you guys still date each other?
If you're not prancing around in a dress, you're going to look like the weirder.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but guys, I think one thing. I just want to say one thing.
And I won't be going out to see it.
By the way, this right now we're in a world where the left is pushing really hard, and that happens when one side pushes hard, the other there's a counter push, and now the right is pushing back. And in my opinion, the right's gonna take over at some point, and then we're gonna go back to like what was happening in the 80s.
When one side pushes hard, the other.
What the fuck is that? Who's that?
Is that me?
No, it's just coming from Stu's, I think.
Oh, I thought it was.
Dude. Okay, maybe because I got everything shut off.
Anyways, this is gonna. I don't think it's gonna.
I think you're right. I think that's exactly what the left is what happened was that the left is pushing crazy ideas, crazy communist ideas. That's how communists works. They're all about victimhood. You know, who's the biggest victim? Everybody's competing for, you know, the victim trophy at the top. You know,
but
is it the blacks? Is it the gays? Is it the Latinos? Is it the feminists, the women? Or you got to be a combination of everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man.
There's just nothing. There's just nothing good about a left-wing man. I mean, if you're a man that's on the left,
they're chumps.
You're a pussy. You're a pussy in a fight. You can't get a woman. I know for a fact you can't. That's why you're taking up the fucking ass from some weirdo, right? You can't fight. You can't shoot a gun straight. You're a worthless little prick that lives.
I'm a male feminist. I'm a male feminist.
I'm talking about civil war. The left wouldn't last 5 minutes in a civil war. They'd have to. What are these little middle class white boys gonna do? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, did you see that middle class white boy that got knocked the fuck out by a strong, proud white boy who's proud to be white?
Yeah, do you know what happened to him?
He's like, listen, I'm proud to be white. There's nothing wrong with that. And this punk ass little white boy that hates himself tries to hit him with a baton, and he knocked his ass out with a check. It wasn't even that wasn't a full punch. It was a check punch. Like, boom.
Did you see that one in? I watched one a little while ago. There was it was kicking off left, right, and centre. Antifa against.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The Antifa.
Yeah, what that? Well, yeah, because one of the guy he got knocked clean out, and Antifa guy. Yeah, well, did you know his skull was all cracked, and he was in a. I thought, no, his skull was cracked. Do you know what I thought? I thought if there's a God out there, they'll turn the machines off on the cunt. And it's a horrible thing to say, but I just don't like these fucking people. Listen, same areas. That's the way I look at it.
Stu, this is my motto. I won't ever physically touch you. If you touch me, and if I kill you, that's fine with me. I got the moral high ground. I don't care.
Recognize.
Once you try to touch me, if I punch you and you happen to fall the wrong way, because I got big hands, I'm a big man. If I hit you and you hit the floor the wrong, that's on you. You should have never touched me.
Recognize.
Don't put your hands on me.
Recognize. Wait, hold on. Recognize.
What are these?
Low places.
Bucho was saying something. I'm sorry, go
ahead. Low place is saying recognize doesn't recognize he's not white.
Oh God. Can we move on?
Recognize doesn't recognize that he's not black. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
He's not. Listen, Low place is not a black dude. He's just not.
Yeah.
He's a light-skinned mulatto who's got mad white people in his blood. You know, like please. He looks like my family member.
He's got more.
He looks more Puerto Rican than anything else.
Yeah, Lopez has got more white. Lopez has got more white in him than the Milky Way. What's the
dude? Listen, I got people that are Puerto Rican in my family that are darker and have more African features than Low Place will ever have.
And
he's over here. I'm black.
Yeah, Low Place looks. He makes Kaepernick look African, doesn't he? There's nothing wrong with the way Low Place looks like a normal human being. But stop trying to pretend you're somebody you're not. You know, like, why do I have to be white or whatever to have the point of views that I have? Listen, I'm not down with being a victim. I'm a winner. I'm a winner in life. All right? Yeah. I'm about making my own money, taking care of my whole family, not asking for handouts and saying, oh, will you fuck me because I'm a victim? You know, can you give me some pussy? Because, you know, I'm part of the victim class. I'm not down with that.
Yeah, I've got no time for this fucking argument. This fucking you're not acting black enough, or you're not, like you're supposed to act like this. I've got no time for any of that bullshit, man. People are just people, man. It don't matter about any of that.
All right, guys, we're gonna have to move on from this topic.
Can I just we need to point out something that's
last comment
earlier about.
Last comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Bridget.
No, just make a last comment, then we move on.
Yeah, real quick about what you said earlier. I think you touched on a good point. If you see these people on the left, you look at them, they're the type of people that got bullied in school, got pushed into lockers, got rejected by people, and now they have the power. They want to stop other people. That's why they emasculate everyone else, because they're losers.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something now. I promise on my life, anyone that knows me knows I'll stick to my word. The day one of these lefty gimps gets in my face and starts screaming social justice warrior stuff, I'm going to beat the guy an inch of his life.
You have dogs too, right? You can just unleash the dogs.
I will unleash. I will leash, because nothing infuriates me more than these people.
I paid a pay-per-view fee for that. I tell you, I paid for that pay-per-view, Stu.
Yeah. Let me tell you, Stu. The scarf will definitely come out for that one.
And let me tell you, if it's a feminist, she'll get the same treatment. I'm not fucking about these people no more. Usually, I'm a man.
Hey guys, changing subject. Did you guys hear that the WBC is gonna have a belt for Trainer of the Year or something, or for the Sean Porter Danny Garcia fight? There's a WBC belt for the trainers. What do you think about that? There's a WBC belt for the trainers. Who's the best trainer? Isn't that great? Oh, I think everybody dropped. Oh, made a connection. Can you guys hear me in the chat? Oh boy. Yeah, it's not BDA, it's Bucho. And I don't know what's going on. Everybody dropped or something. Oh, something's gone wrong with the stream. Let me check.
It was only my internet.
I think X was hacking the BDA live stream, man.
Yeah.
How's my internet been? Because I've got a new computer. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you're clear, man. Clear.
I don't know what happened there, man.
I upgraded my computer. It's quite a good one, this one.
That's your third computer now.
Yeah, it pays to have a good computer.
First of all, I got to say something. I got to say something real quick. Somebody in the chat, I forgot his name, said, "Recognize thinks he's white." How the fuck you know what I look like?
Oh,
like realistically, have I ever shown my face on this? You don't know.
I think they're just going by what X says in the chat, man.
Right. But what I'm saying is like the whole thing that, first of all, what do you have to be? Why do you have to be white to have an intelligent point of view?
Yeah. I mean, don't worry what hey, recognize. Don't worry what Milky Way says. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, but this is what these fucking idiots do. It's like the LDBC. They take one person's opinion, so like 78's opinion, and then they all just fucking parrot it because they ain't got no original fucking thoughts. That's what it is.
All right, guys, let's move on.
I've never watched that.
It's been no, come on. Let's go.
Yeah, 78 is just a race baiting boxing channel.
All these channels are disgusting.
I don't watch any YouTube channels, man.
Do yourself a favor, Cameron. Don't start. They're shit.
No, I don't know who they are, man. When you say things like 78, when you say things like 78 Sports, I'm like, who the fuck are these guys, man?
Yeah. Come on, dude. We can hear you.
By the way, guys, I'm going to the fight tomorrow.
What fight?
Porter.
Brooklyn.
Porter and Garcia.
Oh, you going?
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome, bro.
I mean, listen, man. I like both fighters. I'm being honest with you. I like both of them. I like both of them, man. I like Sean Porter and I like Danny Garcia.
Wait, why do you like Danny
Garcia?
You
will be entertained.
Is anyone actually going to watch this fucking card?
Because Sean Porter brings he just gives me. He's that guy that he'll fight anybody.
No, I mean Danny Garcia.
Stu, I'm not watching. I'll tell you that I'm not watching Khan fight.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'll watch Till Woodley before I will Khan.
Yeah, me too, man. Watching this Khan fight. I'll just get the result on social media or something.
Yeah, I'll find out who won.
Hey, Cameron, what channel
I'm subscribed to Shady Slim.
Khan and Vargas is on Facebook.
Sorry, you say Stu?
Sorry, recognize you just coming through there. I didn't mean.
No, I'm sorry. I was saying that I'm subscribed to this kid named Shady Slim on YouTube, and he's Amir Khan's #1 fan. You know, I like him, but he'll give me the update. I'll find out.
They're fighting on what's up, everybody? This dude right here in the house. They're fighting on Facebook, just to let you know.
Stu, what did you ask, man, about what channel?
What channel in the UK is Porter Garcia on?
Box Nation, man.
I've got Box Nations. That's all right. I've got them all. I'll support boxing. I'll get all the channels.
Recognize. You didn't tell us why you like Danny Garcia.
I like Danny Garcia because most of the LDPC don't like him. So
same. I support the guys they don't like.
And then I started watching him fight, and I said, he's not as bad as I thought he was. He's really not. He's pretty tough. He's got a good chin. I think he's. If you're a fanboy and think like, oh, he's the great, I'm gonna say you're crazy. You're way overrating him.
Well, he's not as good as Mauricio Herrera for one.
Well, at least that night, he's not as good, you know. So I will say this: I like Danny Garcia because of that. I like Sean Porter because I just like the way he brings the fight. You know, he comes in the fight and he wants to fight all these dudes, and I like his.
Well, what happened?
Recognize just needs to sit there and think about what he likes about Porter for a minute, I think.
All right, I'm gonna read you your predictions. Abstract Boxing said Porter by points. Stu said Porter by points. Recognize a Matrix said Porter by points, but there's gonna be knockdowns. Cameron says Garcia by points. Apology said Porter by points. I said Garcia by knockout. BDA said Garcia on points. El Dude said Garcia knockout 8th round. And Jimmy said Garcia by decision. You can still change your prediction.
No, I'm sticking with Garcia on points. Pretty confident in it, to be honest.
You think it'll be a legit points win? I
think it'll be a close fight. I think it'll be a close fight where either one can get it, but Garcia will get it.
I still think Sean Porter's going to dominate most of the fight until he gets caught slipping.
Yeah, one thing I was going to say is that I think it was BDA said that he thought, was it BDA that said he thought that everybody will think that Porter won it, but Garcia will get it. Like, in other words, like he'll get it, the decision will go the wrrong way.
Yeah,
I can actually see that happening. I can see that. I was like you, Cameron. Yeah, I can see that.
That's why I'm picking Garcia on points, man. That's what I think will happen.
All right, so you think Porter will actually win the fight, but Garcia will get the decision?
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said I think Porter. I don't care about the decision. The way I score fights, my own personal standards, I think Sean Porter wins that. Like, that's the way I see that fight. I don't care about the official scorecard. Just like with the Triple G fight versus Golovkin, I don't care about the scorecard. I knew that the way I score fights, Golovkin would beat Canelo. And that's the way I look at it.
I agree. I mean, I see Golovkin as winning that fight, and at the end of the day, the way I score fights are the way they're supposed to be scored. You know, on landed punches, defense,
aggressive,
effective aggression, and ring general shit.
Yeah, and all that stuff. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, how somebody like Adelaide Bird can have it 8-4 for Canelo. It's just I don't see there's any way that you can actually
10-2.
10-2.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, Adelaide Bird was sucking crack that night. Sure.
Oh, what was it? 10? Oh no, yeah, it was 10-2. Yeah, I mean, you can't look at that fight and see that. You just can't.
You can if there's big chunks of money in a brown envelope being added to you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean, she was stuck in something that night.
That was a horrible. Are you on about Canelo Floyd?
No, Canelo Golovkin. Adelaide Bird giving it 10-2 to Canelo.
Yeah.
Really? Was it 10-2?
Yeah.
118, 110, Stu. That's 10 rounds to 2.
She didn't get fired.
Adelaide Bird. She is one of the reasons why women should be in the kitchen and nowhere near sports arenas.
Oh,
because fuck.
Also, let's not forget
women should be in the kitchen. Go ahead, Kev.
Making me a fucking sandwich.
Listen,
I was just going to say.
Apple pie.
I was just going to say, let's not forget CJ Roth giving Canelo a draw against Mayweather. CJ Roth, another woman judge that gave a horrendous scorecard.
Well, you've only got to look how they run a nation. I mean, you've got Theresa May ruining the UK. You've got you would have had Hillary Clinton that would have put the United States on its arse.
Oh my God!
Would have put States. Do you know what I mean? You've only got to see how they run a nation. I mean, keep them away from sports arenas. Just keep them away. I mean, we've got women commentators doing football and cricket in the UK.
I am a victim of masculinity.
So many
I am a victim of masculinity.
They shouldn't be judging fights.
No one wants to hear screaming women commentating on a goal. It sounds pathetic. Get in the kitchen.
Listen, the only time I like to hear a girl screaming is when I got her doggy style. That's it.
Yeah. We don't mind them. We don't mind them screams.
Has anybody here sat through a full women's female fight in boxing?
Never.
Yeah, come on. No, you're lying. You're lying. Mia St. John. You did watch Mia St. John, those undercards of De La Hoya back in the days with Mia St. John. You all guys, you watched that shit.
I used to go outside in the backyard and be like, tell me when the fight is over.
Katie Taylor's quite entertaining, but man, I just can't get into the fight.
No, I can't lie. Lucia Riker knew how to fucking box like a man.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't mind fucking giving a little slap and tickle to that fucking Sechenko woman that was made.
Who is this dude?
What's her name?
Valentina Shevchenko.
Oh, she's a fucking night, and she can fight as well. She'd whoop me ass in the bed and out of it.
Wait, you think she's hot?
She's alright.
I'm gonna look it up.
She's not.
Hey, apology. The man could have Angelina Jolie. Hey, he could have Angelina Jolie in his bed and he'd still hate her, wouldn't he?
Stu, what's her name? I'm gonna look it up.
Not too high.
Yeah,
I've lost respect for you, Stu.
Wait, what's her name? I'm gonna look it up.
Valentina Shevchenko.
It's all about. Still, I don't know if you know it, but it's all about Karolina Kovacevic, man. UFC.
Yes, thank you, Cameron. Okay, now we're talking, Cameron.
Hey,
now we're talking.
Listen, there's only one babe in the UFC, and that's Cyborg Sanchez.
Yeah.
No, it's all about Beth. What about Beth Correia, man? Beth Correia.
Her ass is actually big, you know. Her face is fucking ugly, but her ass is big.
I mean, Holly Holm, people say she's fit, but she looks a bit like Ivan Drago.
Ugly, you mad? She looks like Iron Robin. You know the football player, Iron Robin?
She looks like Axl Rose.
Yeah, she does.
Axl Rose, isn't it?
Anthony Rose, Iron Robin.
Fuck's sake, man. No, but you got a good point. Carol, we're honest about this. Apology, Carolina, man. She is the one. It's just her accent as well, man.
Yeah, and she's a bit flat on the behind, but she's good looking.
I don't care, man.
Who's the real tiny one with the lesbian looking one with the short hair? She's all right.
Amanda Nunes.
The Polish one?
Nah, not her. Fuck off, man.
Fuck Rose. She's not a lesbian, Stu. She's married.
Oh, fuck Rose. Who you on about? You want to beat the Polish girl?
Yeah, fuck Rose.
Rose Namajunas.
And she a dyke?
Rose Namajunas.
And she a dyke?
No.
No.
First, yeah.
She's
Have you guys heard of Mariana Juarez?
Who's that?
Mariana Juarez, the Mexican boxer?
I'm gonna look it up.
I'm gonna have to just say, listen, I don't even know the names they're mentioning right now.
Dude always buys.
La Barbie.
Bring a Mexican into the conversation.
She's a cutie, man. Mariana Juarez, she's a
cutie. La Barbie, right?
Listen, man. Listen, man. It's all about Misha Tate, man. I used to love watching Misha Tate fight because she actually had huge tits, man.
Yeah, I'd love to rest in her boobs.
Oh, mate.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's Mariana Juarez.
I'd let Misha Tate put
no one cares.
Misha Tate's not. I mean, when fucking Rousey broke her arm, man, it was not nice to see, man. But
it broke my heart. I just wanted to hold her.
I used to speak to Misha Tate on Facebook now and again. Not like conversations. I used to inbox her and it.
Still, you're a dirty dog, man.
Good luck tonight.
Good lord.
Who's that got porn?
There's that one Puerto Rican chick. She's going for her 6th division title.
We're talking about MMA fights, no boxing. No female boxers. No female boxers are hot, man. None of them have tits. None of them have asses.
I reckon after a few sellers, I'll get.
Have you seen her hair, man? It's like spaghetti.
Yeah, but fuck me, even worse when I'm fucking pulling the thing.
She makes John David Jackson's hairline look good, man.
That's pretty disgusting. All right, we have to move on from. What are we talking about? Like women? Female. How do we get into this shit?
Talk about female boxers.
Yeah, it's actually more interesting than speaking about Porter and fucking Garcia.
Yeah.
And Carl Vargas.
Oh my God.
Man, I hope when I go to the fight, I hope it's good, man. Shit. or else I'm gonna have to start a fight in Brooklyn.
Yes, man.
There's always fights in Brooklyn.
Nino Gaggy in the chat said Gina Carano. How can we forget her, man?
Yeah, she's number one. Like,
yeah, man. Gina Carano, man.
Yeah, especially you see her in Deadpool, Cameron, the movie. She looks fucking.
Yeah, man. She's hotter now than she was when she was fighting.
Yeah, because she's not training and she lost a lot of muscles, so she looks good.
She's not taking testosterone no more. That's not like.
No, she's not.
You see, that's the thing. I like my women soft, man. I mean, I'm not saying.
Yeah, same reckon.
I love my women to be feminine, small, around 8 stone, wear flower dresses and things like that. I like them to be. I like my chick to look like someone from the fucking Waltons.
Not Chris Cyborg then.
You know, the old school feminine.
I think you like Valentina because she's a bit.
Ladies were ladies. That's how I like.
Could you imagine Chris Cyborg in a flower dress?
Oh my God, she looks like a tranny. She looks like a.
Cameron, imagine her spandex.
Arely Musinho's another one. She's another cutie from Mexico.
Sanchez in a fucking flower dress. She looked like what's his name? Damon Wayans from White Chicks.
Yeah, he would.
The Charlo brothers, White Chicks.
What is going on with you, El dude? You come out with some real random people, man.
El dude knows the one thing about El dude. He knows boxing. Like he knows the female boxers. He just knows boxing. Period, man. He knows all these names.
We're talking about female fighters. He sits and goes, "What about the Charlo brothers?" Like what?
What about? Oh, he said they're the white chicks.
Yeah, well,
because like the white chicks.
Cameron,
white chicks. Yeah, I get it.
Cameron, to be fair, we are talking about women boxers, so the Charlos do
exactly
mention sort of thing.
Nah.
They're weird, man. All right, are we done with this shit?
I wish I want to see if I could show you what I'm looking at right now. God damn.
What is it? I'll put it on the screen.
Girls I've seen it in a long time.
Let's hope your wife's not listening to this show.
No, my wife is nowhere near me right now. Not that, like I said, I don't cheat, but I look for sure.
Yeah, we all do that, man. You know what?
Jesus.
We've all walked around with a girl and seen other girls around and looked them up, man.
You gotta do it discreetly.
I've had my few in my days.
But you gotta do it the right way.
Eye candy. What did we call it? Taco candy. Eye candy.
I remember I pulled this fucking chick, right, and she was a nice looking bird, blonde haired girl. She had a good job, her own home, and I arranged to meet her. So I'm outside my house, and she goes, "I'll be there soon." And I'm sitting there waiting. Next minute, this bike pulls up, this 900cc fucking bike. And I'm thinking some geezer wants directions or something. The helmet, fucking her, innit? I'm thinking, nah, man. I don't like women on fucking 900cc motorbikes. It put me right off. Do you know what I mean? I don't want fucking evil Knievel. I wanted some feminine woman. It put me off. Just little things like that. I expect women to be women. I don't like these.
Yeah, that's the same as me, man. I go for girls.
Yeah, I mean,
right. Stu likes to get dominated in bed and shit, man.
Oh, I don't like the thought of a woman being able to ride a bike better than me.
That's the same as me. I like a girl. It's better to have a girl who you can put in place. Know their place, man.
No, it's just I don't know what.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, Ken.
It's just weird. I mean, it shouldn't put you off, but just the fact that I see a woman on this big.
Stu, I think it's because it's more like masculine to ride a bike. Like men do that shit.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, how many women do you know that ride motorbikes, especially 900 fire blades?
The thing is with women, man. My best mate, he's got a missus. He's under the thumb big time. Like she's in control of him, and things like that. And she's quite butch. Like she's, she's quite manly. And I'm thinking to myself, why didn't you find yourself a proper girl, man? You know what I mean? Like a proper lady. It's like, I can't stand those blokes who find those girls, man. They're just
our dad taught us not to
you want to know something? I have a theory about that, and maybe I'm wrong because everybody's different, right? But I have a feeling that guys that date girls that behave like men, that talk like men and shit, and maybe they still like to suck dick and sorry for talking that way, but you know what I'm saying, right? But
they're gay.
I feel like they're gay. Like they got mama issues. Like I don't know.
There's nothing worse when you got one of them women that act hard and you think, you fucking cunt, I'll smash your face in and all. Oh, I can't stand women like that. You know, scream.
Nah, neither, man.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong. I don't want a ditzy chick. I don't want a chick who's like a fucking bimbo at the same time. I'm talking about as my wife, when I'm looking for action when I was single, right? I think if she was a bimbo, the better for me. But the woman that I'm gonna be with and represents the better half of me, I want her to be a strong-headed woman, but a lady, a woman. She's feminine still,
That's the same as all the girls.
I never understood this for like girls that act like dudes. Nah.
Yeah, I agree with you, Recognize. I think they're gay. I also think people like transgender women as well might be homosexual.
Dude, I've seen girls that gay men act more feminine than them. Like, honestly, I'm like, how can you date?
I don't want to get into this, but can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's because I got my cut off. All the girls, just to put out there, I'm currently not dating anybody. So let's just kind of cut that crap out. I recognise the last show saying, right? So let's just get this out there. So all the girls I've dated this year, I've had quite a few, as we know, as this show knows. They've all been quite fit. I've got a certain type. I'm in brunettes. Here we go.
I was just going to say, Carol, that's why you're back with us now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
man. I'm actually. Stu, I know that.
Cameron. Didn't see you. You came on once to show us the picture of you and your bird together, and we didn't see you again for 2-3 years.
Yeah, Cameron, I noticed you changed your profile pic as well.
I'm thinking
that ended.
Cameron's got his love for boxing again, but no.
Actually, John, man, I haven't. That ended a month ago, right? I've been busy with a new job, but that's not the point. Let's forget this sort of thing. Let me talk about one. Let me fucking say.
That's the fourth engagement ring down the drain.
Cameron, you're 22. This is the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to meet 100 different girls and think that you're in love.
Recognise, true story. I've got a date on Sunday, but that also is not the point.
That's
what
good.
I'm trying to say is, right, I go for all these feminine girls, like real feminine girls, real innocent girls, soft voice. That's not my type of lady, you know what I mean?
So Cameron, I expect you to be coming on Monday telling us
your profile pic again.
Yeah, exactly. Apology. I think the next time we see Cameron, he's gonna have like a new girl on his fucking profile pic. He's gonna be like, this is the one.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to change his intro to Robbie Williams. She's the one.
All right, do you know what, man? Fuck it. I'll allow myself in these situations. Fuck it. I'll put myself in these situations where this banter, man. I'll just fuck's sake.
Yeah, well,
dude,
if we don't see you again after Monday,
Cameron.
Abstract's the only one who sits there quietly. He doesn't give me the shit. You know what I mean? I've got
no. That's what you think.
Abstract's on mute. Abstract's on mute, saying, "What a prick."
No, I'm just feeling bad for my comment the other night saying that was you rimming that camel.
Yeah. That's another thing. That's you know, man. That will never go away either. So I will never. I can be off the show a week, a month, a year. It will still come back to this banter on me.
Cameron, if there's some whores watching this this live stream, guess who they're gonna want to date? Just for that fetish alone.
Yeah, man.
They're gonna be like, oh shit, I want that guy.
Yeah.
I'm off in terms of our scene. I'm off limits. I've been off limits for a long time. I'm basically the Roy Jones Jr. of our scene. I'm shot to bits.
Cameron, I'm not lying. Yeah, I have this chick come round. Right, she's all right. I have her round every couple of weeks when I can bother to see her. And she was round the other night, and she got a nice at last on her, and she was bent over the cat. I looked at it and I thought, as nice as it looks, I don't know how the fuck Cameron could stick this.
Can you hear me?
Serious, man.
Listen, mate. This thing.
Cameron, can't you serious question?
This thing's a peak, mate, and I still could get my head round doing that, man.
I can't believe.
So hold on, Stu. What you're saying is you were about to like do the deed with a bird, and you started thinking about Cameron.
Yeah, that's the weird thing about it.
Get down there and eat my ass.
That's concerning.
Get down there and eat my
I
ass.
see what came through my mind. I was just sitting there and I'm thinking about it. And I just thought Cameron would stick his tongue in that.
That's weird. That's weird, bro. Cameron, can't you see this question?
What do you want to ask? What do you ask?
How does the process work? So you ask her, then she goes in the shower. Does she like wash it or?
No, man. Honestly, man, I don't know. Sometimes when I first done it, I was with my ex and I was looking around. I thought, have you ever had your arse? And she goes, no. I went, do you want to try? I was like, fuck it. I feel like doing it. And I thought, fuck it.
I think of ass.
Do you know? I haven't done it for about a year now.
Did you make her use a baby wipe first?
Nah, man. I just went,
No, you need to clean that shit first.
My
right.
God, this show has descended, man.
Guys,
Jesus.
we gotta move on.
Man. It doesn't matter if they just gone. Yeah, just
Thank
fuck
you.
this, man.
Thank you for your honesty.
All right. All right. We're going back to boxing here.
Chris Gonzalez says,
guys,
the bottom of my shoe is
we
cleaner
have
than Cameron's.
to move on from boxing. All right,
Chris
guys.
Gonzalez, man.
Jesus, nobody can hear me, huh?
I think I can hear Butcho trying to talk.
Yeah. All right. Jesus, now I know what BDA feels like. Nobody can hear him. We need to move on. So, back to boxing.
Ah, boo.
Yeah, come on. There's rumors that Alvarez is gonna fight Kovalev again in late January. So,
next topic.
oh my God! All right, I don't know, man.
I mean, what? Yeah, let the fight happen. Fuck it.
All right, is there something about boxing you guys want to talk about?
I mean, on that quickly, I think the only way Kovalev, that fight, the outcome of that fight changes in any way is if Kovalev actually didn't take the fight seriously this time, and I guess we ain't gonna know that, are we?
What are we talking about? Kovalev what?
Kovalev Alvarez again. If
Kovalev Alvarez.
I love how the enthusiasm in everyone's voice when they said that.
I know.
Because is Kovalev going to get any better?
It's just the way everybody was like, Kovalev, Alvarez, Kovalev.
Yeah, that one again.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Fuck it, let them fight.
Great ass! But you know what, bro? It took a lot out of Alvarez to defeat Kovalev because Kovalev fucking brought it to him. And we don't know. So we don't know if Alvarez still has the same heart if he's willing to produce that type of dogfight versus Kovalev again. Because I know Kovalev, in my opinion, he does have still in him to go out there and put it on the line. I don't know. I don't know if Alvarez is willing to do it again.
Yeah, but he'll have more than Kovalev in this case.
Yeah, he has.
El dude, is there any up and coming Mexican light heavyweights you can tell us about?
Heavyweights?
No,
light heavyweights.
Light heavyweights. Well, yeah, Chavez Jr., but nobody wants to talk about him.
Oh no.
Chavez
We're never
Jr.
mentioning his name again.
Well,
We got super middleweights. We got a bunch of super middleweights who.
Benavides, no?
Technically, he has the size to move up to light heavyweight.
I want to see
Ramirez and David Benavides.
I want to see Chavez
Benavides is
Jr.
a big motherfucker, bro.
I want to see Chavez Jr. against Lucian Bute. That's what I want to see.
He was trying to get the fight with the Gill. He was trying to get the Gill in there.
Oh, come on, man. No one wants to see that, man.
No, I know, but it's just boxing talk.
Yeah, man. Listen, I want to see Chavez against Bute. I think that'd be an action-packed fight.
I don't want to see Chavez against anyone else again.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Vosdik and what the fuck?
Stevenson.
Low favorite fighter, Stevenson. Yeah.
No one talking about Stevenson anymore on this podcast.
No, exactly. Thank you, Cameron.
Sorry. Anyway,
that's like the word slick on this podcast now.
Exactly.
I want to see Vosdik against the other guy, the Russian. It's slipping my mind. What's his name? No. Bivol. Yeah.
Great division, man. I wonder why Andre Ward retired. But anyways,
because he would have never been undefeated. He would have never been undefeated if he had to go fight all those guys. No way. He loses.
That's why you retired, man. 100%.
Listen, I know we're not allowed to mention his name, but he didn't want to fight that guy either. He didn't want to fight him.
Well, Stevenson.
God. All right.
I'm just saying, he didn't want to fight him, man. He didn't want to fight him.
Imagine that, man.
The one who's making noise, though, at the light heavyweight division, everybody's looking at, in my opinion, is Anthony Yarde.
Oh,
he ain't making no noise to me.
He ain't fought no one yet, though. That's the thing.
That's yeah, man. Until someone
is he
fought
roiding?
someone, I'm not interested.
Yeah, and to be
He's
completely
like the Ryan Garcia of the
the last fight he had was a bit of a step up, and he did struggle a little bit. He got hit a lot.
But I want to see him fight Joe Smith Jr. I want to see him fight Joe Smith Jr. That's a perfect fight for him.
Great fight.
Can we talk about Ryan Garcia for a bit?
No. What do you want to say? What do you want to say, Cameron?
Are you on about Anthony Yard?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Yard.
No, he's not, mate. Anthony Yard's not, man.
Didn't he say Yardy or something? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, I see Yardy sometimes too, man.
Yeah, okay. No, it's Anthony Yard.
Where's his career going, man? What's Warren doing with him?
That's what I'm saying. He's like the Ryan Garcia of the light heavyweights. He's about the social media right now. He's about publicity. He's not about getting the big fights.
I mean, I don't know if he acts as fruit as.
Oh yeah,
I don't think he does. But yeah, he is in terms of boxing. Like he's kind of got that status in a way.
I'll tell you what. I bet Anthony Yard actually spends more time looking at himself in the mirror than Ryan Garcia does.
Yeah,
he does, man. Yeah. He does. All that muscle.
This guy.
He's on roids, man. He's on PEDs or some shit.
He kisses his biceps good night.
Let me tell you, man. I think I'd like to see him.
He does the Colin Kaepernick. That's what Colin Kaepernick used to do.
I'd like to see him fight Joshua Buatsi, man. I mean, that's a good little domestic British fight.
Yeah.
Joshua
Buatsi.
The Olympian. He was Olympian for us in the last Olympics. He's light heavyweight. He's actually a great fight.
I think Buatsi beats him.
Same, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like Yardy's way too predictable, too basic. No.
He's just a big, strong dude. He might be even like a cruiserweight, really. Like his frame looks like a
he's not tall. He's not very tall though. That's the thing. He's not even very tall at light heavy. To be honest.
How tall is he?
He's like he's not. I think he's like maybe 5'9" or something. He's not.
Oh,
he's
shorter than me. That. Oh shit! Yeah, that's. I had no idea he was 5'9".
Yeah, he is short, like.
And he struggles to make light heavyweight as well. He's got issues making light heavyweight.
Yeah, if he's 5'9" with that body frame, he's
all he cares. That's all he cares about is how much muscle can he put on, how good can he look for the ladies. He don't care about having a boxer's physique. And let me tell you something now. He's going to get destroyed by these
a lot of these guys go into the boxing business because they got muscles, and like you said, Stu, especially like in the UK, if you're a boxer, like everybody knows who you are, get some pussy.
And boxers get good pussy in the UK. I mean, look at Jamie McDonald's missus. I mean, that guy looks like fucking like. Just look at the guy, man.
What? I can't look it up.
Callum Smith's
Jamie McDonald's wife.
I mean,
yeah, he does.
Callum Smith's got 3 knees, and he fucking left knee, left knee, right knee, and that knee.
What about look at Carl Froch's wife, man.
Yeah, she's hot.
She's fine. She's fine.
Liam Smith as well. Liam Smith's been fucking great. He's had grey hair. Look at all these names. He's about 10.
And look at all the names you guys are naming, and these dudes got hot chicks. Like the American boxers, I haven't seen one hot chick like that that stands out.
I recognize Tim Bradley's wife.
Now shut your mouth.
Well, I know she's not. I know he's not American, but I know he's Philippine. But what about Donaire's wife, man? She ain't bad at all, man.
Donaire's wife? She's not.
You not seen Donaire's wife?
She's
not bad, yeah.
Whoa! Look at Jimmy McDonald's wife.
Tim Bradley's wife. I've just realised that who Tim Bradley's wife is actually. It's just kind of weird. Fuck's sake.
She's a sort of, she comes across as one of them sort of Asian girls that probably yearns Carl Frampton's dick or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, she's high maintenance. She wants money.
Using the Nito for the bank account and then go and get C2 by some white dude or something. That's the sort of Asian.
Well, it'd be Ryan Burnett next, wouldn't it? That's who he's fighting next.
Yeah.
Nice young Irishman.
As long as it ain't Frank Warren.
all these girls that marry like popular athletes, man, you know what they're in it for.
Frank
Warren. What they're in it for.
Cachinello says McDonald might be a bum, but
he's not a bum, man.
But he's a lucky man.
Damn, I can't get over Yardy's 5'9". I thought he was like fucking 6 feet at least.
Hey, Saqib is saying we're talking irrelevance again. So I want Saqib to give us a topic to talk about. Nothing boring. He obviously wants to talk about boxing. He's here all night to talk about boxing. I want him to give us a topic that we can talk about that we haven't already fucking drained the shit out of.
Good point.
I want a new topic. I want something that's exciting. The floor's yours, Saqib. Don't disappoint me.
All right, let's go. Come on the show, man.
Yeah.
Come on the show. Line it up.
Yeah. We've been talking boxing for hours this week. We're not sure what we can talk about anymore. This has been a month of boxing because it's actually boxing has a break, doesn't it? August is a month that there's no boxing for a week.
Yeah, August.
Do you remember that week when on the podcast we had that week where we did a show every evening, man? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was horrendous.
And just the thought of Anthony Joshua and Wilder's name was it was great.
Oh, it was bad when it came towards the end of the week.
That's why I don't care about that fight no more. I think the podcast.
Speaking of Wilder and Joshua, what do you guys? What do you guys think of? Yeah, exactly.
that soundbite there says it all night.
You repeat that, I reckon I didn't hear you properly. Cut out.
Oh God, no! Just apologize. Just let it keep cutting out a bit more.
I just want to get back to Saqib because he had the chance. I gave him the floor, and he's come. And this is the suggestions that he's gave us. Right. One is let's talk about Amir Khan. I'm thinking that's it.
He wrote. Okay, so I was wondering why UK commentators are so shit.
Yeah, why are UK commentators so shit? So we have two fantastic, very interesting topics to talk about. Thank you, Saqib. Can we get back to talking about women?
Yeah, I agree. Second.
To be fair, most of these women actually have better chins than Khan in the ring, but that's another topic for another day.
I mean, what can we talk about this fight of Amir Khan? Honestly, I mean, how many tune-ups does this fucking guy want?
Well, Amir Khan to me is always interesting because he can always get knocked out or like.
Yeah, but it's always the tune-up with Khan. He'll get knocked out, then he'll go and fight 2 or 3 bums that can't punch.
Right.
To stay on the topic about bums and knockouts, who thinks Victor Ortiz is gonna get his jaw knocked out by John Molina?
No, John.
John Molina might break his chin. Yeah.
I think so.
Victor Ortiz, the only thing I want to see, unless Victor Ortiz and Brandon Rios are fighting each other, I could care less anymore.
That's true. That's the fight that if they're gonna have like these has-been fights, why don't they make that fight right there that you just
it makes so much sense for crying out loud. It'd be fun to watch in a build-up.
Didn't they have a beef? Didn't they have like a legit beef?
Yeah, they did, man. But they grew up together, didn't they?
Yeah. They still want to fight.
I'd rather watch you bag Ben 3 than watch that.
Yeah, so I want to watch female boxing than what's this.
Ben Eubank 3.
I don't know, but apparently it's a really deep feud. Like they really hit each other. It's not a joke. It's not fabricated.
Maybe that's why they're not fighting. Actually, maybe that's the reason why. Maybe they like. Listen, one of us is gonna get killed. Like, I'm talking about before the fight happens. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't mean anything with Victor Ortiz. He hates everybody. He's falling out of it. When he gets in the ring, his bollocks will fall out, his ass will fall out, and he'll be quitting on the stool. His jaw will be hanging off when he gets hit with a jab. That's a joke. I mean, let's be real. The fucking water that the Mexican that nearly took him off his feet.
Man, this guy's been irrelevant since like 2011. Like, why are we talking about him?
You just know the winner of this fight will be Keith Thurman's first fight back as well.
Oh fuck yeah, hell yeah! What Cameron just said, that's exactly if whoever wins, if they were to fight, it would be like the next runner up for Keith Thurman.
Yeah, it would be one of those fights where Thurman will get a massive knockout victory for the first time in ages and look good coming back. Be one of those.
Yeah.
Victor Ortiz. I still don't think Errol Spence is going to touch anybody of these guys, man.
Victor Ortiz will quit off the jab.
What you said, Aldo?
Oh no, my bad.
I didn't hear what you said. What you said?
Oh no, I said I seriously doubt that Errol Spence Jr. is even going to get close to any of these other welterweights because he's ducking the VADA system.
I mean, Victor Ortiz, I'm not sure even. I'm not even sure that guy's Mexican. That guy's got no Mexican in him at all. Definitely ain't got a Mexican heart. I reckon he's Dominican or something like that.
Nah, let me tell you something about it's questionable. But the question with Victor Ortiz, what happened was that he was an awesome, exciting fighter until Josecito Lopez broke his jaw, and he never recovered completely after that particular injury, which gave him that fragile jaw title from then on.
What about the Maidana fight? What about the Maidana fight? He ruined his career.
He quit. But what about the Maidana fight?
That was way back.
Yeah, that exposed him. He lost.
He just quit, bro. Remember Shane Mosley was all pissed off and shit. Was like, fuck the fuck.
Remember Oscar De La Hoya was all pissed.
Oscar De La Hoya was like, what the fuck?
Do you remember when when Lopez knocked out Ortiz? Ortiz was being groomed to fight Canelo Alvarez at that point, wasn't he?
He would have got killed.
Yeah.
Thank God he didn't. Thank God he didn't.
Josecito Lopez took that up. Yeah, Lopez took that shot away from.
Well, we know what would have happened, right? We know what would have happened. That would have been.
Yeah, it would be Khan version 2.
Yeah, he would have. Fucking Canelo would have broke his. You think Lopez broke his jaw? He would have probably killed him, man.
Yeah, I don't think Ortiz would be fighting today if that fight happened.
No, he'd be dead.
And that was a good fight because Canelo was just getting off the welterweight division. He was a natural welterweight. He was trying to move him up to the light heavyweights. I'm sorry, light.
Wasn't this before? Canelo was 154-pound champion at this point, wasn't he? When he was going to fight Ortiz?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he had just.
Was that after he beat
he beat Hatton for that vacant title.
Yeah, and then then it was Ortiz. Yeah,
Canelo beat the dog shit out of Josecito Lopez. He beat the dog shit out of him.
Lopez was trash, man.
Yeah, but
he's a 140 pounder, huh?
Lopez stopped Ortiz. That's how bad Ortiz is, man. And do you remember when Ortiz got? No. Everyone was tipping Ortiz to be the man to come through the division and give Floyd a good fight. You know, because he come from the Olympics. Was he with the Amir Khan Olympics?
Yeah,
he was a silver medalist. I think he won a silver medal.
Yeah. No, it was
no.
Silver. Hey, do you remember when he beat?
He has talent. He has no heart, though. He has talent, but no heart.
Is when he got his little fame. Like he redeemed himself, sort of, because that was after the Maidana fight.
Do you remember when he beat Berto? This is what I always remember when he beat Berto. When he beat Berto and he did that 24 HBO face on Mayweather, and he was like, they were talking about Berto being a tough fight for me. I was like, no, it's Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and Victor Ortiz. I was like, even thinking back in that now.
Victor Ortiz.
He was like, it's Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, and Victor Ortiz. Those are the three guys in the welterweight division.
That was back in the days when beating Andre Berto gave you a shot at Mayweather.
Yeah.
When Andre Berto was somewhat legit.
When Mayweather wanted no parts of guys like Margarito, Paul Williams. What's the African dude's name? Claudia. Yeah, he didn't want no parts of those dudes.
Lara too. Lara was his mandatory.
Yeah, he wanted to fight Lara.
Yeah.
You know something? And I thought he would have beat Lara, but he didn't want that fight.
I thought he would beat Lara as well.
For some reason, he didn't want to take that risk. He didn't want to.
Do you know when Sergio Martinez knocked out Paul Williams in the rematch? And he
wanted Floyd? That was fucking insane, bro.
That was brutal.
He wanted that Floyd knockouts I've ever seen.
Dude, he looked like he died. Like his soul left his body. You see his eyes.
Yeah.
Paul Williams was known as having an iron jaw as well. That's why that knockout was so good. Yeah, and Martinez wasn't exactly a prolific puncher. And Martinez called out Floyd after that fight. Imagine that fight 154. Martinez, man. Martinez.
Yeah,
hey guys, can I ask you?
He started too late. The time he hit his peak was at the end of his career, and he had a couple of good wins, and Williams win, but you could see him starting to fade down the stretch. I mean, to me, he lost against Martin Murray in Argentina.
He was one of those guys. He was one of those guys too. Sergio was one of those guys that, because he started boxing so late and he was a great athlete, he actually got better in his 30s. Than he was. Could you imagine it?
Could you imagine it if imagine how good Martinez could have been if he started when he
exactly.
The thing with Martinez was that the reason he's a natural athlete was because he was a soccer player trying to make it in your league.
That's right.
A swimmer as well, I think.
Martinez's style is a young man's style. Athleticism, he relies on it, and once that goes, I mean, you see that in his latter fights. Once the athleticism goes from Martinez, he's a shadow of the guy.
Because he didn't really have boxing fundamentals. He didn't, he was like Roy Jones. Roy Jones really didn't have boxing fundamentals.
Great analyst.
Once he lost that speed, that was it. He was a wrap.
Yeah, you know what? When he fought
David Hay recently is another example of it. The athleticism went, that ability to sort of like,
Well, yeah, I was just about to say that. I was about to say that. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was just saying, real quick, I'll do it. I'm sorry, but with Hay, at least he had like an excuse. There's like a nagging hamstring injury that he keeps, or a knee injury that keeps fucking with him. That's all I'll say about that. That at least he had that, that I could say.
No, yeah, brother. And I was just gonna add on to that, but saying that the same with Martinez when he fought Murray, it was raining that particular night, and it was an open air fight, and he hurt his knee. He hurt his knee in that fight. He never recovered from that knee injury because of his age, of course, and so on.
Hey, by the way, guys.
You know what I thought? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say to dude. You know what? The fight that I thought like he lost his prime, and I thought he got hurt in that fight. He hurt his knee. I thought it was Chavez Jr.
Yeah, it was, man. That 12th round.
Yeah, that's what I thought happened to him. I said, I think that round finished him. Like that
was the last time we saw.
That was the beginning.
Martinez.
Yeah, that was the last time you saw a prime Martinez.
Yeah, I'm not sure
throughout the whole fight, man. And
I'm not sure if Martinez.
You know what he looked like to me, dude? Like he's a guy that was suffering from knee problems, and the rain made it worse.
Yeah, brother, because I think he was fighting with a knee brace versus Chavez Jr. If I'm not mistaken.
No, Cotto for sure. With Cotto, he was definitely fighting.
Oh, okay, yeah, it must have been Cotto. You're right.
He came in with fucking crutches.
That was sad to see, man, because Cotto was pinging him all around the ring, knock down in the first round. It was sad to see, man.
It was, but you know what? Back to Martinez, he was rumored to be returning, that he applied for a boxing license.
Yeah, to fight Chavez in a rematch.
Yeah, to fight Chavez.
That was the rumor. I just didn't want to say Chavez.
Well, there's no.
Knock his ass out now.
Hey guys,
I think so.
Guys, on Twitter, I saw a debate. People were debating who wins. Who would have won, Canelo or Sergio Martinez in their prime?
Canelo.
Martinez.
Canelo.
Probably Martinez, man.
He would beat the shit out of Martinez.
Canelo would have beat the shit out of him.
I think so. Maybe not the shit out of him, but
even in his prime, Martinez would always get himself into a bloody war, man.
Yeah.
He would always get himself into a war.
He would have never survived against Canelo.
Hey, one thing about Martinez, very, what's the word? Repetitive. What he does. He does the same stuff. Canelo's too smart.
I think he would have been food in the end. I say in the beginning he gives Canelo a good fight, but in the end it ends bad. It ends real bad.
Well, you know when people say like I was a massive Martinez fan, but loads of Golovkin haters say Martinez would have beat Golovkin. Let me tell you, Golovkin would have destroyed Martinez.
Killed Martinez.
Knocked him out in 3 rounds.
Listen. Martinez got knocked down by Matthew Macklin for crying out loud.
Exactly. This is before he was injured, man. That was before Martinez got injured.
Shit, I think Lemieux would have beat Martinez. To be honest with you, I mean, he would have had a good shot. I don't know if he beats him.
Martinez has always got himself into war. I mean, that Chavez, he didn't need to fight Chavez like that in the 12th round. He didn't have to do that.
Well, he was tired. No?
I think Floyd would have beat Martinez had he fought.
I'm not too sure about that. I think this.
Okay, I can see where it's 50-50.
With the weight,
I don't know why Floyd sold himself so short. It's like, dude, I think you could beat that guy. Like, you got boxing fundamentals on your side.
Floyd didn't fight anybody like that, really. And
he didn't. He didn't want to. He was just too afraid of that. He was just like
didn't want to fight Lara. He never even saw Lara.
And it's funny because he's a better boxer. He's a better boxer than Martinez is. Like, you could beat that dude.
Well, let me be honest, man. Do you think Floyd would have beat Margarito? Or do you think he would have beat Clotty?
Okay, Margarito would have been tough for him, but I could see him outpointing him. If he gets tired towards the end, he's in a whole lot of trouble.
Castillo.
What about Paul Williams then?
Paul Williams would have beat him because he's super Yeah. He would have been able to punch Floyd on top of the head and beat him that way. I think just the height.
would have been too much for
Floyd. Floyd avoided every killer when they were at their prime. He fucking retired, or he ran away, or he fucking drained them. And anybody that says Floyd's like the greatest of all time, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Margarito would have been a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. I think he beats Clottey. I think he beats Lara. And a 50-50 fight with Sergio. I'd say a 50-50 fight.
Do you know do you remember when Paul Williams, before the accident, he was going to fight Canelo, went on Canelo's first pay-per-view fight? Who do you reckon would have won that fight? Do you reckon Williams could have beat Canelo?
No.
Because you know why? Because Canelo's always been an excellent, even when he was like learning, you know what I'm saying? He was always an excellent counter puncher.
Yeah,
and he's in his prime. He's now a very fucking good counter puncher. I just think that he beats. I mean, again, it's just it'll never happen, right? But I think that Canelo would have beaten him.
I mean,
what about
Lara beat Williams? I mean,
Nino?
That was a horrendous robbery.
Nino Gadji says,
I think we underestimate what a big shame that was when Williams had that crash. I mean,
yeah, that was bad, man.
Yeah, that was
Floyd Mayweather.
That was equivalent to someone like, say, someone like Sean Porter today. I'm not saying boxing.
Yeah, that would have been fucked up. Yeah, like I would be upset as a boxing fan if Sean Porter, like something happens to him and we can't see him, fight guys like Spence and
that's right.
He's gonna fight Garcia or rematch with Thurman. Yeah,
right.
Floyd Mayweather against a prime Oscar De La Hoya. Nino Gadji's asking.
Oscar De La Hoya.
De La Hoya. I mean that fight was a draw at least.
De La Hoya was shot and that fight was close, man.
Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya.
He was on coke and shit.
Oscar De La Hoya in his prime at welterweight beats Manny Pacquiao. He'd have been too big for him.
I thought De La Hoya though hit De La Hoya hit a lot of arms that night against Floyd. I will say a lot of arms and elbows. He never really hit Floyd clean all night for me.
No, yeah, I agree as well. I think Floyd clearly won that, and people try to just say Oscar won it. It's like no. He just
actually had that
elbows and arms and stuff like that.
I had it a draw. If I scored that fight just for fun a couple of months ago, and I still had it a draw, man. I think they both had 6 rounds apiece.
I don't think
did anybody have it's completely off topic, but did anybody have Maidana beating Floyd in the first fight?
I did.
I had it Floyd by like 2 points, but I can see how Maidana won.
I think the consensus had Maidana winning, which is why he gave him the rematch.
Yeah,
just to silence the critics.
But
it made it worse with Kenny Bayless with the break.
Oh my god, dude, break every time. Jesus fucking Christ, that ref, man. And by the way, when he's outside Europe, when he's outside the US, he referees way differently. Have you noticed that? But when he referees in the US, oh, break, always favoring fucking certain boxers, man.
That's why I say I don't listen to this incompetent stuff. That's a scapegoat. These guys know what they're doing. They know.
Look how Joe Cortez protected Floyd from Hearn.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, that was disgraceful.
He's the worst referee, the Hall of Famer and shit. He's always on ESPN Spanish. Fuck this guy, man. He was one of the worst refs, man. Joe Cortez, piece of shit, man. Always trying to steal the spotlight.
The best of Floyd.
Yeah.
In both fights.
Yeah, because in that second one, he broke his tooth.
That overhand right that Maidana landed on Floyd.
You see, this is my problem with Floyd, right? This is my problem with him. Floyd's a great boxer, but in fights he wins, towards the ending of his career, guys like Maidana, guys like Manny Pacquiao. You know what? Let me change that. Those are the only two guys I can say. Those guys had the better highlights than Floyd did. They just did. You know, like Pacquiao hurt him twice. Floyd punched, held, ran. Basically, is what how he won the fight. You know, forget about this kid. Maidana. Maidana just totally whipped his ass. Like he was just whipping it. I'm not saying he won every round. I'm saying that every round he was he was bringing the noise. He was just bringing pressure on Floyd the whole fight. And was getting the better of him. He was just the better. If I wanted to be anybody, it was Maidana. That's how I look at it. Who do I want to be in that ring, that round? I want to be Maidana.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was getting the fans their money worth.
And look at Floyd's face at the end of the fight. Look at Maidana's face in both fights.
And talking about Maidana brother, his little brother Fabian, he's doing pretty good. He's ranked in the top 10 in the welterweight division.
Is he with Robert Garcia or training in Argentina?
You know what? He was training with Robert Garcia, but I think he went back to Argentina.
He should go with Robert, man.
Yeah, he's actually ranked. Now I checked it out. He's ranked number 8 under Manny Pacquiao and Keith Urban.
Shit.
If I had to choose a country to live in South America, it'd definitely be Argentina.
Oh, Argentina's beautiful. I've been out there, man.
Yeah,
I've been to Buenos Aires. Man, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful
I tell you what, though, as well, the
steak. That's a beautiful city.
Argentina.
Oh man,
the steak is best in the world.
Fucking, they're known for that. That's what they're known for, man.
Yeah, that meat's pretty good over there.
Yeah, they have a great beef industry.
Best.
Wine too. Wine is real good over there.
Nino Gagi asked, "Who's the worst referee ever? Nady, Lawrence Cole, Richard Steele, Lawrence Cole." That's what I said.
Hey, talking about that Argentinian guy, isn't there like a what the heck's his name? Basaldo? You guys heard of that guy? He's making noise at the cruiserweight division.
What? In the Spanish channel. Argentina?
Yeah, he's like a cruiserweight.
What's his name?
Basaldo or Busaldo. I can't. It's like he's a big dude. He's that's on Panelists. Yeah.
Balsado.
Yeah. There you go.
He fights at cruiserweight?
I think he's a cruiserweight, yeah.
Yeah, he's a big fucking dude.
He is, man.
I don't know his full name, but yeah, I've heard of him. I thought, for some reason, I don't know why I thought he was smaller than that. You're probably right. He's a cruiserweight.
He's not even showing up on BoxRec, man. Oh, yeah, Juan Esquiel Basualdo.
Yeah, there you go, Juan Esquiel.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
That's him.
11 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 10 KOs.
Yeah, he's making noise in the Spanish channels, man, because of his knockouts.
Damn,
he's knocking dudes out. I mean, I don't know who he's fighting exactly, but
lower level. But it's just it's fun to watch him.
Can I just go on, bro? Go on.
No, I was just gonna say it's rare to see an Argentinian fighting in the cruiserweight, which is why he's getting popularity.
Yeah,
down there. Yeah.
I hope you guys don't mind me changing the topic here because I'm not really getting anywhere with the boxing. I was wondering what you guys thought about or your predictions on this Conor McGregor versus Khabib fight because I think that's a tremendous fight.
I'm not even an MMA fan, but I want to see that fight.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Will win ED or TKO in like the 4th round.
I think that a lot of people are sleeping on Conor's stand-up. They're saying, "Oh, Khabib's going to grab him, take him down," but the fight starts on its feet, and Khabib has terrible boxing. It's
because you guys talked about it so much. I've been watching their style, and I gotta agree with both of you guys. It's like a 50-50 fight. Yeah. If he can stay on his feet, if McGregor can stay on his feet, he wins because he's a striker. He's a striker, right? Khabib gets him on the floor. Listen, man. Look. I got a brother who wrestles, right? When it comes to the hands, I'll blow him away.
Oh yeah, he told us.
If he grabs me down, man, I'm finished.
Yeah, but
I'm done.
Is Khabib really?
Go ahead, Stu.
Sorry, bro. I was just saying that Khabib gets a lot of takedowns. He's a very strong man, and he does do a lot of work on the ground. But is he really stopping people on the ground? I'm not sure if I'm seeing that.
And I know.
I agree with you, Stu. He hasn't stopped anyone since like Michael Johnson.
No, he's not stopping these guys. And when he's getting them on the ground, he's beating them up, but they're getting back up.
Yeah. And how many fights has there been where they always claim that once McGregor goes down, he's gonna be out, blah blah blah, and then he always wins. because he's pretty good with his.
He was taking down. He managed to get back up and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, he's not Miracle Crow Cup or some shit. You know, they don't know how to fight on the ground. This guy can.
Yeah, and Mendes
the Diaz fights were fucking great, man.
Yeah, well.
Was Khabib's fight last fight? Was it at Quinta or something like that?
Yeah, Quinta.
Well, Quinta. Let me tell you something now. Right? That Quinta was fucking dreadful. I mean, how this guy went 5 rounds with Khabib, I'll never know.
Yeah,
he was actually tagging Khabib up, and this guy had no stand up whatsoever. I'm picking Conor McGregor for the knockout. The more I think about it, I don't think Conor's as bad on the ground as people say he is. All right,
he's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tired, giving away 40-50 pounds on the fucking night. I know he lost it. No, he got taken down against Chad Mendes, but I believe his knee
got back up.
He was.
And by the way, in the UFC
for that fight because his knee was out. So
yeah, and Stu, he got back up. That's the main thing. Yeah. That Chad Mendes had him in the hole and he got back up. So that's impressive.
And in the UFC, you have decent striking and you have a huge advantage because a lot of these fighters in the UFC are wrestlers and jiu-jitsu guys. They can't even fucking hit, man. They're all wide open and shit.
I honestly believe Conor McGregor has got decent level boxing.
He does.
He's got like the best.
He's world class. I'm not saying he's world class boxing, but his hands are at a decent level where you put him in a cage and he's going to be miles above anyone else.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's the best boxer.
If he knew how to punch properly, he would have gave Floyd a lot of problems. He would have. If he knew how to punch properly, but he just.
I'll tell you what, he hit Floyd with an uppercut, right? And his fucking Floyd's head nearly left the ring. And I don't care about Floyd was carrying the fight. No way did Floyd see that fucking uppercut coming. He just didn't see it coming. It was a beautiful shot. It came from some weird angle. Floyd didn't recognise the angle, and it hit him clean. Floyd's got a good chin. So, yeah, but let's not pretend if Floyd saw that one coming and said, "Oh, I'm going to take that."
Yeah, but Floyd wasn't fighting like Floyd though. Floyd was coming forward. I mean, he was fighting in a way that we've never seen before because he really didn't care about Conor McGregor's power at all.
No,
he was just walking. He was walking him down. That was weird as fuck.
Something precise. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just real quick on that fight. Floyd knew, and this is what worries me about Conor. Floyd knew that Conor's cardio is not that good, and that's why I'm scared of him in the Khabib fight because Khabib will like tire you out, and that's why I'm worried about Conor.
So he was gonna try to tire McGregor, you think?
Yeah, Conor's cardio is a bit iffy.
Yeah, we saw it against Diaz, right?
5 rounds. I mean, his cardio was iffy in a 12 round, his first ever 12-round fight. I mean,
yeah.
But
even against Nate Diaz,
5 rounds, isn't it?
Yeah, but when you look at Nate, when you're giving away so much weight and size to a man, when there's so much holding against the fence and there's like grappling involved, it takes a hell of a lot off you. Diaz, let's be real, the only reason Diaz survived in that fight because Conor was a lot smaller. If Conor was the same size, that fight would have been over in the second round.
But Stu, here's the thing: like Khabib's a big guy as well. Like he walks around like.
Yeah, but Khabib is not Nate Diaz when it comes to taking punishment. I'm telling you, Khabib's strong. He can take a shot, but his chin is nowhere near Nate Diaz. I'm telling you.
Khabib will grapple him and tire him out.
Yeah,
Khabib got tagged by Michael Johnson, man.
Yeah, I agree. That would be the way to beat Conor. Hold him but it's still a long way.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just a long time to hold someone against the fence. He's going to have to stand in the middle eventually, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he has to get there first. And Conor has that left.
You know what? They always talk about, this is the fight that's gonna save boxing. No, this is the fight that's gonna save boxing. Well, I think this is the fight that's gonna save the UFC because that's the only. Let's be honest. There's nothing else in the UFC right now.
I think this fight this weekend is gonna save the UFC.
I totally agree. UFC's been struggling to put on some big fights lately. It's the numbers are down. The excitement's been a bit low. Some of these fights have not been happening. This fight is going to bring a bit of excitement. It's got me back into the UFC again. I mean,
you know what doesn't get me to UFCs too? Women's fights, main events.
This weekend,
main events with women. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna watch that.
Yeah, I mean, Till Woodley and Connor. This is the first time for a long time that I've gone on my computer and looked at the build-up to these two fights.
Yeah.
These two fights I've actually looked at. I've looked at the interviews, the weigh-ins, and on the Till today. I'm interested again, and it's been a long time since I've been like that in the UFC.
I watched the weigh-ins live today, man. That's how interested I am in this one.
Until
hey, is Conor McGregor fighting at middleweight or is he a welterweight?
Welterweight.
Lightweight.
Yeah. Lightweight.
Lightweight.
Well,
so
lightweight
155, right?
155.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I thought he was fighting at 155.
Lightweight in MMA is basically middleweight in boxing.
Well, a welterweight. Like Tyron Woodley's really a light heavyweight in boxing, but he's
What's his weight? Like his actual weight?
He's a welterweight in UFC. He fought boxing. He'd be a lot heavy.
Recognized.
170 pounds.
Yeah, recognized. Yeah.
Do you know these guys though? I mean, I don't know what Till. They're talking about Till's. The thing that made me laugh. They were talking about Till's weight. He walks in 169. Woodley, for me, has looked pretty bad this week on the weight.
Yeah. Calvin, he didn't make weight. He had to take off all his. He has to take off all his clothes just to make weight.
Woodley's voice went as well, man. Woodley sounded pretty drained, man. This week.
Big shout out. Big shout out to the chat. I was reading some of the comments there. I see Napal Castellanos. Big shout out to you, brother. He says Conor versus Canelo. Would it be?
Oh, for God's sake, man!
Come on, man.
He gets knocked out. Like actually knocked out.
No, he's talking economically.
You could be talking about fucking Boko Haram in Nigeria, and our dude would find a way to bring a Mexican into it.
Apology. I don't know how much you do watch MMA, but have you seen on the undercard that Russian, what's the guy, Zabit?
People, I'm high on him. He's amazing. Like,
yeah, what's his name? I've heard of him. I've heard of that.
Zabit Marek Shabapov or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm getting to shit. I don't know about, man.
I'll tell you.
To the guy that asked that question, the guy that asked, just to take it off a little bit off topic, Canelo will put. He wouldn't waste his time. He'll put Conor McGregor to sleep.
Conor does not have the boxing skills to.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he would be.
Boy's not going to hurt you. Boy's not going to hurt you. He can punch candy off a stick.
What about my man Paulie Malignaggi against Conor McGregor?
I think Paulie will lose. You know,
I think Conor will lose him.
I think Malignaggi gets stopped, man.
He does.
I think Conor McGregor might stop Paulie Malignaggi.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about in a boxing fight. In a boxing fight.
Wow.
Paulie Malignaggi got beat by Sam Eggington. Let's be honest. I mean, come on.
Sam Eggington's horrible, man.
He's fucking awful, mate. He's fucking.
He is, isn't he? Do you know, they compared Eddie Hearn and they were talking about how he's the British Margarito. Is he? Fuck. God, mate. It's more like the British Ruslan Provodnikov.
No, he's the British. He's the British 1980.
British Margarito.
No, he's the British. No, he's the British 1979 Rocky Balboa. That's who he is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Paulie Malignaggi's done, man. I think Conor would beat him. Paulie's done, I think.
I thought you were talking about Eggington.
Eggington generally, I don't like saying this, but Eggington generally, when he cut weight to 147, he generally looked like he had AIDS on the scale. He looks horrendous on the scale, doesn't he?
With them fucking tattoos, mate. Looks like Machine Gun Kelly. Who the fuck?
Yeah.
He does, don't he? Yeah, that's a good comparison, actually.
He beat Paulie Malignaggi's ass.
We don't know that.
Frankie Gavin, man. He stopped Frankie Gavin.
Yeah, I picked him to beat Frankie Gavin as well. I was the only person.
Who picked it?
I think the last win Frankie Gavin got was against a bottle of whiskey. He's fucking pisshead.
Yeah,
and a domino.
I reckon he's a right little prick in Birmingham. He goes around starting there all pissed up, drink.
He did, didn't he? He got done, didn't he? He got arrested for hitting somebody with a stool in a pub or abroad or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. He knocks people out in pubs, just doesn't do it in the boxing ring.
Yeah.
Paulie Malignaggi, man. I remember a while back. when Paulo Malignaggi was working his way up. I'm not sure you guys saw that fight against Cotto. Miguel Cotto versus Paulo Malignaggi. That was a great fight, man.
He was the first guy to go 12 rounds with Cotto.
Yeah, that was one heck of a fight.
The fight scout. I just want to say that Sage Northwell. He said it's not Northwell. Yeah, it's Northcote for a start. He said it's a huge name and he's a complete bum. I'd have to disagree with that. I think Sage Northcote is a very good talent. I mean, when you talk how young he is,
he's only on 21.
He's tremendous speed. I just think UFC's a man's game. It's just. I think when you're a little boy in there, you get found out. You know?
It's the same as Paige Van Zandt. Looks good, got the markability. She's just young, man.
Hey, how do you guys think Chris Algieri would have done it in MMA?
Well, that's a good question.
I think it depends how good his takedown is. I mean, Wonder Boy, he has terrible boxing. The guy was a kickboxing champion for years.
It wasn't that bad.
Terrible.
Like,
I picked Masvidal. I picked Masvidal to beat Thompson. I thought his boxing was that bad.
Yeah, his boxing's terrible. And to think that this guy was unbeaten as a kickboxer in about 50 fights. I mean,
50-0.
Amazing.
He relies too much on like timing and you coming to him.
Yeah.
Did anybody actually think Till beat him though?
Yeah, I did. What did Wonder Boy do? Wonder Boy did do.
That's
the
same as me, man.
That's that kickboxer, right? That's that.
When people say, "Oh, Woodley should win," Woodley did win that fight. Woodley won it.
Yeah, he did.
It's the same as like people say, like, "Oh, Wonder Boy was robbed against Till."
No, Till knocked him down. He won. Like
I thought Till won. Man. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I thought. Look, I'm not a great judging MMA fights, but just by like the pure action and who got the best, it was a competitive.
But recognize that was all on the feet. They weren't around once, so it was pretty easy to judge that fight. Wonder Boy and Till. It was a straight striking action.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought Till edged it out, man. Thought he edged it out by a little.
Does anybody think Till wins this weekend? Anybody think Till wins?
I think Woodley knocks him out. Honestly,
is he fighting? Is that a rematch? That's the kid he fought, right? We're talking about the same fight.
No, he's fighting. Yeah, he's fighting.
Woodley.
I mean, some people think Till's actually got a shot against Woodley. I'm not too sure, man.
Yeah, I always bet against Woodley, and it always turns out against me, so I'm not betting against him anymore.
I thought, do you know?
I'll tell you one thing. I like Till. I like that kid. I like the way he fights. I'm not saying he's the best, but he brings action.
This is his last fight. Win or lose, this is his last fight at 170, I think.
He says he's going to defend the belt once, then move up. But I don't think he can make the weight again.
No, I don't either, man. He looks horrible. He looks skinny as hell today.
When he fought that, I don't know his name. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't know the guy the guy we were just talking about. The fight that could have went either way. That I
Stephen Thompson.
That guy was a kickboxer.
Yeah, 50-0.
Right? Yeah, he was badass at kickboxing. I used to kickbox, so I admire that. 50-0, shit.
A lot of knockouts as well. A lot of knockouts.
Yeah, I can imagine. Because you got to, and kickboxing is a little different. For you to be 50-0, you got to be like a knockout artist.
Yeah,
you have to be.
He was insane. The thing is with the thing that there is one question about Woodley that I'm not too sure about. The guy was 36. He's had a year off, and who knows what he's going to be like after that shoulder injury. You know what I mean? Like whether or not Till is it an old guy? Is Till the young guy catching the old guy at the right time? There's that question there.
I watched Woodley in some prison movie the other night. So he's obviously in movies now. He's doing his show on UFC Fox, whatever it is. I think it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's took his eye off the ball a little bit. He's got a hungry kid. He's got a hungry kid in front of him here. He just does nothing but fight and lose weight. That's all. That's all he does. So, I got a feeling it's going to be a tough night for Woodley.
I like Till's proper. Any like he's a proper fight. I mean, the things I like about Till is you can tell the guy is a proper fight. You know, that some of these guys in UFC they talk and they don't show up. But Till is legit. Like Till is legit. Whether he wins or loses this weekend, he's legit, man. I'd like to see him at middleweight. I'd like to see him at middleweight. I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, he can beat some of these middleweights, man.
I think he beats. Quite a few of the top middleweights actually. I mean, I like seeing
Gaslam.
I think he beats Weidman and people like that.
I'll tell you, Weidman. I don't know what happened to Weidman. Weidman used to be a beast. Look what he did to fucking Vitor Belfort and Anderson Silva, man. And then just
Luke Rockhold took his soul, man.
Yeah, he did. He got beat up too much in that fight. That fight should have been stopped.
He got destroyed by like. But then Bisping went and did that to Luke Rockhold. So.
What about Yoel Romero? That flying knee that Romero hit.
Yeah, that was
sick.
That was awful.
Oh,
that was bad.
Because Weidman's married to Wonderboy Thompson's sister, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, they're trying to get.
I didn't even know that.
Yoel Romero is fighting that Paulo Costa, isn't he?
Sorry. Wonderboy is married to Weidman's sister. That's it.
Okay.
That's the one. Yeah.
Cameron, that fight's cancelled. Romero pulled out.
That's a shame, man. Because Paulo Costa's a beast, man.
I think he's a bit open. I think Till takes him if Till moves up.
Do you think Gaslam beats Whitaker?
No, Gaslam's too basic. He's 2-1-2-1-2. Whitaker's way more.
I like Whitaker. I thought Romero beat him in a rematch, but I think Whitaker's.
I thought Whitaker won that, to be honest, but
it was a close fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I
like Romero as well. Romero's
fighter, man. I tell you, he's a really good fight. That TJ Dillashaw, man. I like.
Yeah, he's my favorite right now at the moment.
I want to see him fight. The fight I want to see is him against Marlon Moraes, man.
That Cody Garbrandt, right? He's a good little fighter, and Dillashaw fucking destroyed that kid. And
yeah,
that Garbrandt played with Dominic Cruz, and Dominic Cruz was like pound for pound top 3 at the time.
Yeah, and Dillashaw knocked him out twice, like convincingly.
I mean, I always said if Mighty Mouse had gone up before Dillashaw, Mighty Mouse would have got his ass handed to him.
Yeah, he would have.
Hey, bro, just to keep it in the fantasy matches, what do you guys think Mike Tyson would have done in the UFC?
It depends if he's allowed to bite ears or not.
No, because if you look at the years of the UFC when Mike Tyson was still around, you had fighters like Tank Abbott, big brawler.
Let's be real. Tyson lands one shot on a UFC fight. It's over with 4 ounce gloves on. It's a death in the ring.
What do you make? Apology. What do you make of Cruz? I mean, Cruz is calling out Dillashaw for real. What's Cruz done the last 2 years? He hasn't fought, has he?
He's done literally nothing. He hasn't fought at all. He was
supposed to fight Jimmy Rivera, I think.
He injury again.
He's tough.
I heard.
He's a tough.
I'm not sure you guys heard, but Oscar De La Hoya is trying to get into the.
Yeah, MMA.
He is. He's promoting Chuck Liddell Tito Ortiz 3.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Don't say that fight's happening again.
Yeah, November 24th, man. Before that fight's happening.
The undercard of that fight might be interesting.
Liddell's got more shadows on his brain than Amir Khan.
Yeah, he does.
Do you know what? I'm actually worried about Liddell in this fight, to be honest with you. Ortiz is going to wreck him, man.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think would do? Who do you guys think would do good right now as the elite boxers right now that would do good in the UFC?
Joshua.
I get the feeling
Lomachenko's got some wrestling background.
Yeah.
That's good.
He trains with Dillashaw.
Andre Ward.
Yeah.
Oh,
his elbow.
I think Andre Ward would be like undefeated, maybe.
I know that Lomachenko's got legit wrestling background.
I think Usyk got wrestling as well.
Yeah.
I wonder how Wilder would look in the UFC.
Oh, he'll get beat up.
Yeah. Have you seen the size of those heavyweights, man?
I'll kick him. You just kick his legs. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, his legs are too skinny.
Yeah, apology. What do you think of... It's obvious that Jones and... I think Jones and Cormier are going to fight again, aren't they? I think so.
It depends on Jones. What happens to you, because Jones got caught, remember?
They're talking about him fighting again, aren't they? Like he's back in fighting in USADA.
Not yet. By the end of the year, USADA will make a decision on Jones, so we have to wait.
I think Cormier would wait for him, man. I think he would if he wanted to fight him.
Yeah, he would.
I don't know much about the UFC, like I said, but that fucking the Jones guy,
John Jones, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's my favorite.
He looks like one of the greatest. He looks like one of the greatest fighters I've seen in that fucking.
Yeah, forget the drug testing. He's the beast.
Yeah, I don't care about those.
He hasn't lost, man. He had, he's got an official loss to Matt Hamill, but he just got disqualified. He's never been beaten, man.
But let's be real, Matt Hamill, he's got a loss on the record, but Matt Hamill was actually sleeping at the time. He didn't know him.
Yeah. That's the point. John Jones has never been beat. I mean, look, some people think Gus beat him, but I think Jones won that fight.
I think Jones won.
And Jones didn't train for that fight either.
Yeah, and he still beat Gus. I think Jones beat Gus.
I tell you what, though, Daniel Cormier at heavyweight is going to be a real tough fight.
He's an animal.
He's going to destroy. If he fights Lesnar, man, Lesnar's getting wrecked.
Hey, Cormier relies on his weight and his size. I think that cut was just too much for him.
Yeah, it was. I can't believe
what he done to Miocic, man. I was like, fuck me.
Yeah, I was picking Miocic as well. I was picking him to knockout Cormier.
Yeah, he gets sloppy as well and fucking gets caught all the time.
But Cormier knocked him out, man.
Yeah, but Cormier knocks enough people out.
That's what I'm saying, but Cormier knocked him out. And this is Miocic is a guy who took bombs off Ngannou, man.
Exactly.
And Cormier goes in and wrecks a guy in one round. Ngannou, that's the worst. By the way, that's one of the worst fights I've seen for a long time. Ngannou, Derek Lewis, that was horrendous.
Oh God,
was that the guy that looked like the guy from fucking Green Mile? That big black dude.
Yeah,
that's the guy who was wiping up, man. Do you know what, man? What is that? What happened to Ngannou with that fight? I don't know whether Miocic took his soul
I think
or something.
Ngannou said he was drained, apparently.
He was
what?
Nature, man.
He was drained, apparently.
Fuck's sake. Derek Lewis isn't anything special either.
I mean, I like him because he gets knockouts, but he's a bit sloppy.
But Volkov's going to beat him, I think, pretty hard.
Yeah, Volkov's legit.
Yeah. What about Cain Velasquez, man? Did that guy retire?
No, he's just been injured for a few years now. 2.5 years he's been out, I think, something like that.
Yeah,
he last fought Travis Brown. He's done, man, Velasquez. I mean, he's not done, but...
Velasquez, he has too much back injuries. That's his problem.
Yeah.
I guys like that big, they always have fucking back problems. You know, there's like real tall guys, real big guys. They always got back problems.
I think Velasquez is actually, for me, Prime Velasquez is the best heavyweight that's ever lived, in my opinion.
I used to love watching that guy fight. I used to enjoy watching his fights, man.
Fedor Emelianenko. Fedor's a lot better than.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, Fedor was the best ever at one time, man. When he
joined
the UFC, Fedor was done. You got to remember, Fedor used to fight fucking guys 3 times the size of him, man.
Don Fry. You guys remember Don Fry?
Yeah, he fought Bob Sapp and people had massive guys.
Bob Sapp was a fucking
Noriega was the best, though. Noriega, remember?
Velasquez in his prime, when his cardio was ridiculous, man. Velasquez in his prime. I would love to see that fight, Fedor against Velasquez, prime for prime.
Yeah, in the just Santos fights, man, he was just on another level.
Oh man, he took Santos. So Junior dos Santos never been the same since, man.
Stu,
Junior dos Santos before those fights, when Santos fought for Doom, Mark Hunt, man, that guy was beast, man. He was just on a different level to where he is now.
Is there anybody in the UFC that any of you guys want to see in a boxing match?
Wait, hold on. Don Man says Fedor was overrated and a hype job. He fought bombs.
Yeah, well...
No, man, come on, man.
Don doesn't know anything about mixed martial arts, then.
That's why he was scared to sign with the UFC.
I wouldn't mind seeing Diaz versus McGregor in a boxing match.
Do you know what? Fedor knocked out Frank Mir last time, didn't he? In his last fight. Who's Fedor fighting next in that Bellator?
When Fedor got beat by Dan Henderson and all that, he was done. I said,
yeah,
he's well done, mate. I'm on about prime Fedor.
He's fighting Chael Sonnen.
Early MMA days. When fucking Tim Sylvia was the fucking UFC champion. Can you remember that?
Oh,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
He got knocked out by a boxer. He got knocked out by Ray Mercer.
Do you know, man? Fedor's fighting Chael. He's fighting Chael Sonnen next.
Ray Mercer.
Yeah, Ray Mercer knocked out Tim Silva.
Yeah, Ray Mercer knocked him out in a round.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Butterbean was another one that won MMA too, huh? Butterbean?
Yeah.
Apology. Do you reckon? Do you think Fedor beats Chael Sonnen next?
I think Chael Sonnen holds him down and wins the boring decision.
That says it all, doesn't it? Chael Sonnen at heavyweight is under success. It says it all, man.
All right, let's move on. Fucking UFC here. It's becoming a UFC talk. I don't know what the hell's going on.
What's wrong with that, feature?
I don't watch UFC anymore.
Fucking Amir Khan against Sam Vargas.
Exactly.
I'd rather talk about that than Joey the wrestler.
You guys think Mike Tyson would have knocked out Butterbean in 3 rounds?
One round.
Butterbean was a 3-round fighter. Yeah, in the 3-round fight.
It doesn't matter. He knocks him in 1 round.
What about Mike Tyson against Shannon Briggs?
Mike Tyson.
Which Shannon Briggs?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Prime Briggs.
Shannon.
Briggs in the first.
Yeah, there's a lot of knockouts. He's the most knockouts in the history.
Briggs' chin is pretty legit, you know. Like,
yeah, but he always lost against the best.
How the hell
he beat George Foreman?
Did he go 12 rounds with Italia in that fight? I know he got put in a coma, but Jesus Christ, Briggs' chin.
Not against Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis knocked him out, no?
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is like Briggs.
So
it was like.
You know what? Lennox Lewis to that shit, man.
I think you're cutting off.
Could have beat Hay, man. You know, they were talking about that Briggs Hay fight. I wouldn't be surprised if Briggs would have won that fight if that fight did happen.
Yeah, I mean, Hay's more done than Briggs. Like, at least Briggs can stop.
Yo, that Shannon Briggs on PEDs couldn't even move. He was so huge.
With the
just take punches.
What Briggs are we on about? Are we on about the Briggs like the last few years? Or?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Halfway. Briggs came out the blue, didn't he? Like after about 3-4 years, and this guy, he was just shredded. He was fucking built like
yeah,
so weird.
He had that Roy gut going on. I would have loved to see that Shannon Briggs against Hay.
But he was always fucking shredded, man.
When I think of Shannon Briggs, all I think about is him in that hospital bed.
Yeah. But that pineapple on top of his head.
Let's go, champ. That fight never happened. If you think about it.
You know what, man? Briggs, when he did that retire, when he chased Vladimir on the boat, he knocked him off the set. That was hilarious.
That was fun.
Yo, the guy was pissed off, man. Pissed off.
He was like, sign the fight. But Vladimir was like, come here. And Briggs was like, I want in the ring, champ. Like, sign the fight. Fucking love Briggs.
I think he got a restraining order in Florida
David
because of that incident.
Fucking out of prime Mike Tyson. David Tua is fucking garbage. Lennox Lewis played with that guy.
David Tua was
I wouldn't say
No.
garbage.
He was just too.
He weren't great.
Garbage.
He weren't great. Probably not garbage. What did he do?
He was 5'9". Like he was short as fuck.
He was 5'9" heavyweight.
Who did he beat?
I don't think he ever was a heavyweight champion, was he?
He beat no, he never got to win the belt. He could have won the Ike Abeyabuchi fight. That fight was that close.
Yeah,
but I'm saying it was close. It was a close fight. But,
didn't he fight John Ruiz?
He knocked out Rockman.
Yeah, he knocked out Ruiz.
Rockman.
Yeah.
He knocked out Ruiz in 19 seconds.
Andy Ruiz.
Rockman knocked out Lewis. I remember that one.
John Ruiz you on about? I mean,
yeah, John Ruiz.
Yeah, John Ruiz. He knocked him out in 19 seconds. I remember that. I mean, John Ruiz was coming up in weight.
Yeah, Ruiz wasn't a heavyweight. Not a lot.
You know who I hated? He was
the first Latino heavyweight in the.
Yeah, bullshit. He was a paper champion.
The guy that
he was a paper champion.
Shannon Briggs.
Lennox Lewis played with that guy in second gear. Won every.
Remember Darrell Wilson? You guys remember Darrell Wilson?
Yeah, yeah.
Darrell Wilson is the guy that exposed Shannon Briggs. He knocked him out in 3 rounds. And
hey, do you guys remember when Lewis lost to Rockman? The rematch, they were trying to do like this a contract worth millions, and Rockman went with Don King for like 100,000 or something like that.
And then Don King wanted to put Rahman in China against Brian Nielsen, the guy from the Denmark. But then that didn't happen.
Had like some type of rematch clause that I don't know. I think it was something with the rematch clause that.
Yeah, but look at Don King. I mean, he's trying to milk Rahman as much as possible. He's trying to put him in China, do like a world tour. I have the heavyweight champion here. That didn't happen.
Yeah, that's typical Don King.
Don King shit.
But what they offered like millions. I think they were offering like 8 million or it wasn't millions. It was exaggerated millions for that rematch for Rockman to sign with some promoter.
I think didn't Rockman get? He got paid for that fight against Lewis. No,
but for the rematch,
the rematch, he got paid. For that fight.
Yeah, he was being offered millions, but he ended up signing with Don King for like $250,000 or something like that in cash or something like that.
Gee,
it could have been.
Idiot.
It could have been like he gave him $250 right there.
Yeah, he decided to go for the cash on hand, and it was like a couple hours later. If he would have held off, he would have got a couple million on the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take it back. Probably David Tower, a bit harsh calling him garbage, but he's nothing special. I keep hearing David Tour's name in this group on this channel, not from the panel, but in the chat. And I don't know why you talk about the guy. The guy never won a belt, never looked like winning one. Yeah, he had a couple of good wins. Yeah, he knocked Michael Moore out in a round, but fucking 50-year-old George Foreman did that.
You know who's the new Tua? Andy Ruiz Jr., man.
No. Okay, hold on. No. Let's stay in the past. David Tua couldn't become champion because look who was in the championship position. It was Lennox Lewis. He wasn't gonna beat Lennox Lewis. Actually, he fought Lennox Lewis and he couldn't win. So obviously he never became champion.
he was definitely outsized.
Exactly.
For sure.
He even grew his hair so he could look taller.
That was Tyson. That man was an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah, I think Tyson's better. Yeah. Tyson. If I had to say who would have won in their prime, I'm going Tyson.
Hey guys, do you know who I hated?
Briggs versus Bruno. Who'd you guys go for that fight?
Briggs versus Bruno.
The Donkey Derby. Fuck's sake.
It's a good fight, but I say Briggs.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to put your hard-earned money on Bruno. He's just gonna let you down.
Talked a lot of shit. He talked a lot of shit though. I am not gonna go down. I refuse to go down. And we know what happened. Hey, by the way, you know who I hated? Chris fucking Bird. I hated him.
Yeah, Chris Bird.
Yo, fucking boring. This guy was a piece of... Like, he was boring, man. So boring.
I remember.
No, I think Chris Bird's got had a YouTube channel out. I used to quite enjoy his breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
He did? Yeah, he actually had his own channel, and he's quite excited, actually, to be honest with you.
He stopped making videos, though.
I'm not sure if he did.
The channel, but the last video he uploaded was like 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah, he stopped doing it there, but he was quite good.
Yeah, I like
this. I subscribed Tyson fights type of fighters, man, that went all in there, bunch of punches, high volume punches. Nowadays, they're just too slow for me, man.
Somebody says, Don Man says, Tyson, who was it? Yeah, Tyson Dog Tua, facts. Did Tyson ever dog Tua? I don't remember.
It's hard to say, man. I mean, I don't. That was a while ago. But I thought Tua. Listen, I thought Tua beat. I thought he beat in his time. I thought in his time he beat decent opponents. I'm not gonna say he beat like fucking the best, but he did beat some decent fighters.
Yeah.
He knocked out Oleg Muskayev. I know that's not saying much. That's but Oleg Muskayev did knock out Rockman twice.
Ike Biabuchi, Lennox Lewis.
Where fucking Lennox Lewis had an orgasm on TV when fucking when this guy Oleg Muskayev knocked him out for the second time. He's out.
It's over.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
He had an orgasm. That's
terrible commentator. Lennox Lewis, terrible commentator. My God, he put me to sleep, man.
He's finished. He's finished. Hey, calm down, Lewis.
So unprofessional.
Rockman. Ever since Rockman, what is he? Questioned his manhood and
he talked about his he was due his sister or mother or something like that.
Yeah, they started fighting on the studio
on ESPN. It was on ESPN.
Yeah. It was so funny.
That was real too. That's not.
Hey, is he gay?
Fighting.
Is Lennox Lewis gay?
Worst unified champion we've had in many years.
Stu, is Lennox Lewis gay?
They said the rumor's been going around for years, but
I know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm not from the UK, but
but the rumor in the UK is, but I don't think he ever got married. I think he's married now, but during his fighting career, you never saw him with a woman.
Yeah,
he weren't married, didn't have kids, and people the way he talked now, people used to start trying to put two together. I don't know if he's gay or not. I mean, I wouldn't want to call him it to his face. That's for sure.
What about Sergio Martinez?
Nah, he's not. I don't know. I don't think he's gay.
His trainer looks gay.
Well, did Sergio Martinez bring out?
My theory is they're both gays.
Did he bring out a calendar or something? A yearly calendar. Every month had a different picture. Did
he win like the most prettiest boxer or best looking boxer?
Yeah,
some shit like that.
Well, there was a porn star who wanted to fuck him. There was a porn star. I forgot her name.
Yeah, who the fuck was her name? God damn.
She played.
I used to watch porn, so Adelaide Bird. It was Adelaide Bird.
Lisa Ann. Lisa Ann is her name. The porn star.
What's her name?
Lisa Ann. Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
Lisa Ann.
Lisa Ann. I don't know. I know. Wait a second. You know what? Now I'm gonna look her up.
Yeah. That's pretty popular.
That's what I do. I look him up.
I don't know if any of you guys remember this guy. This guy was a fucking ponce of the highest order from the UK. Used to wear an earring, had a little rat towel, always posing. I think he did advertisement for Calvin Klein underwear. His name was Robin Reed. I don't know if you remember him. He fought Calvin.
She's not bad.
Fake. I don't like her tits. Too fake.
She's
you
a
can
milk.
see the.
She's definitely a milk.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. I know you talking about.
Did you hear about? Do you know I'm on about Robin Reed?
Yeah, that useless cunt. Yeah, I know you talking about.
Who?
Robin Reed. He fought Calzaghe. He was like a pretty boy of the fucking UK boxing back in the day. He did Calvin Klein underwear. He's a right guy. I just hated the guy. He fucking loved himself.
Yeah.
Because they're saying Lisa. They're saying that.
Was he like?
Finally won the title.
He had a rat's towel. He had a fucking rat's towel and an earring, and he used to go on the sunbed.
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
He's a right tart, isn't he?
Yeah, he looks like he was full of himself.
Oh, he was, mate.
Yeah, but it's saying split decision, so it looked like it gave him a good fight.
He's the sort of guy that's got fucking mirrors on the ceiling in his bedroom, so he can see his arse going up and down when he's on a bird, isn't he?
He's the kind of guy. He's the kind of guy when he looks in the mirror, he goes, "Who's better looking than you?"
Yeah. Fucking. Who's that? Hey, walks by the mirror. Who's that top man in the mirror?
He's the kind of guy that looks in the mirror and be like, "I'm not gay, but I'll date him."
Yeah. Yeah, that sort of guy, isn't it?
I'm not putting that on the screen.
You guys remember Tommy Morrison?
No. Yeah, Tommy Morrison, of course, man.
You got about
his son is undefeated. His son is fighting too. He's a professional fighter.
You got about AIDS boy?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Clay Morrison. He's Tommy Morrison's son. He's undefeated. He has a high knockout percentage. I saw him fight one time.
Did you see the picture of him when he was losing weight? Holy shit, he looked terrible.
You're talking about
considering what he used to be.
Oh, Tommy Morrison.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. He went.
Well, his son is a 15-0 with 15 knockouts.
Yeah.
As a heavyweight.
Bums.
I've never liked Tommy Morrison. The only reason I don't like Tommy Morrison because I think he single-handedly killed the Rocky brand.
That movie wasn't that bad. I'm telling you right now, man. People are exaggerating.
It was decent if you think about the whole rags to riches and then back to being poor again.
Even the fake Don King promoter was terrible, man.
Yeah.
That was great, man. That was funny.
That guy was.
Oh shit.
That guy.
Thank you, Steven Schneider, for your contribution. And he says, AIDS boy. He's talking about Tommy Morrison. AIDS boy.
Oh yeah, he had AIDS. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, Mr. Schneider, he gets his wallet out for the BDA crew. You got to give him
I know.
respect. He's always donating to the boys.
Hey, you know, did Sergio Martinez take that porn star's offer?
No, because he's gay. Listen, my theory is that Sergio Martinez is gay with his trainer, and Apology also mentioned that his trainer kind of looks gay. So
I'm looking at this Lisa Ann, right, and I'm saying to myself, if I was single, I like saying that if I was single, yeah, I would bang her for sure.
Yeah, she's old. The only problem is like she's old now, so she's been.
No, that's why I like her.
But yeah,
like she'll be a lot of fun. Like she'll make up for being old. You know?
Italy Bird, you mean?
No.
Just kidding.
Oh, dude, man.
I'd rather jerk off than fucking.
Not even a blowjob from her.
Oh, dude.
What are you talking about my woman?
What the hell are we talking about?
Lisa
Ann. Buns. Wow.
Yeah, she got a nice sauce as well.
Yeah.
Her tits are too fake. You can see the back sticking out.
Hey, let me tell you something now, right?
I like her DSLs though.
Hey, I've dated girls with breast implants. A few. I don't like them. I think they're hideous.
Exactly.
I've had a girl with a butt implant. I don't know if you guys ever had a girl with when they fill up their ass.
The Brazilian test, yeah.
I don't like big bums. I hate big asses.
Well, no, this I don't like them ridiculously big too. But I like buns. I do like a girl with a nice butt.
Yeah, see,
like a juicy.
With breast implants, there's nothing you can do. They don't feel right. Like you remember the stress balls? Can you remember them balls you used to get when you used to get angry? Stress balls. You used to squeeze on them to get rid of your anger. I used to use them for that when I was in a mood. Squeeze the fucking things. They just didn't do it for me. They didn't move either. They just stayed in one place.
That's nasty. I can't. Nah.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. You can't beat an original breast. I mean, every day of the week for me.
Yeah, you can board the boat, so fake breast. Be flapping all over your cheeks and shit.
That's why I love women that got a natural nice body, man. You got to give them credit.
Hey,
all these
recognize
fake bitches today.
Steven Schneider, our big contributor, said, check out Elsa Jean. Elsa Jean. It's up on the screen.
Elsa Jean.
Put on the screen.
It's on the screen.
Put on the. You got it on the screen?
Yeah.
Let me see this. Hold on. Shit.
Yeah, what were you?
Elsa Jean. Oh yeah, how old is she? Shit.
She looks
22.
She looks good, but she looks fake. That's the problem.
Yeah, she looks kind of fake. Yeah, but she got some DSLs for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I would, but yeah, it's a bit.
Whoa! That girl looks like a little girl right there.
She looks too young, man. Yo, Schneider, you're a fucking weirdo, man. Nah.
Are we looking at?
I mean, if I was in my 20s, I could see. If I didn't have a daughter, you know what I'm saying? I could see
exactly.
where I would like a girl like that. But
how old is she?
I don't know.
It says 22.
22. Okay.
Yeah, 22.
Okay.
Yeah, 22.
Okay, what are you gonna do, man?
23 is my favorite number.
And fucking Cameron.
Okay, hell, dude.
Yeah, man. 23 is my favorite number. Every year you can renew it.
Yeah. Thanks for that contribution.
Yo, guys, now we're getting tons of requests in the chat.
I got a son who's older than her. By fucking years.
Damn. Now we got a bunch of requests in the chat. And check out this porn star. Check out that porn star. I mean, like, we can't be doing this the whole fucking day.
Do a slideshow. Do a slideshow.
What he said? What?
Do a slideshow.
It's not slideshow.
John Gonzalez said, I said Elsa Jean, don't make me bury you. I like younger looking chicks.
Yeah, John's a weirdo, man. He has girls in his basement and shit.
Too. How old is he? In the 30s?
Who?
Yeah, that's fine.
I like him around no more than a 12 range, 12 age different range. No more than 12 years difference. That's cool with me.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. More than that, it's like what was that actor and actress?
I mean, if they look like adults, then I'm fine with that.
Yeah, couldn't.
All right, now Don Man is telling me to look up Sharon Lee. See,
All right, let's look it up.
See what we did here? I am gonna look her up. I'm acting like I'm pissed off, right? Yeah, I'm pissed off about this, but I'm looking her up right now. Okay, Sharon Lee.
All right. If somebody's into Asians,
I am.
All right, well, look at the screen.
Is she Asian?
Yeah.
Oh, she's an Asian girl. Whoa. Look at the lips on those.
I don't know. The face is.
Yeah.
The face is a bit.
She's looking like a tranny, a bit.
But
she does.
The one thing, there's a picture that I'm looking at. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to put it up on YouTube. She got some lips on her, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
I ain't talking about the one on her face. Her lips are pretty nice, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. She was a bit like suspect.
Yeah,
what do you guys think? Have you guys dated girls with like big clits? That's fucking weird.
I mean, it's. I don't really pay attention to that.
How about when it farts?
Yeah, that's okay with me.
Yeah, me too. I'm fine with it. Like, go ahead, fart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
As long as it doesn't stink, then.
Yeah, if it stinks, then you know what you're doing.
You guys sound like John Gonzalez. You guys sound like John Gonzalez.
You know who I like? You know, okay, I know her name, Alexis Texas.
Oh yeah,
I like that.
I know.
Girl. Yeah. I like that girl. You see,
putting her up on the screen.
Stuart, if you ever look up Alexis Texas, that's the kind of booty I like.
Yeah,
like
same.
It's not ridiculously big, but it's
just
nice.
It's like the.
I like the women small. I always have done. I like small women. Yeah, I like girls with little peachy bums and normal size. I don't like these fucking monstrosities that are bigger than my head and I can't do nothing with.
I like them big.
No, I don't want no arse. I don't want no arse that's going to break my toilet seat. You know what I mean?
You know who has a... You guys ever heard of Janet Garcia? The weather group? Janet Garcia?
Wait.
Janet.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that horse of the world, apparently. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Janet, how you spell it, Janet?
With a Y.
Yeah, Y. Like Janet Garcia, but with a Y. She's Mexican.
There's nothing more attractive than a Latino woman speaking her language, Spanish. It's the way they speak it. It's very attractive. So
Look at the screen, people. Look at the screen.
Oh yeah, I see who you're talking about, Janet.
Dude, I think that's the type of.
Look at this.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's the type of girl you like.
Yeah, well, nice.
Janet Garcia is definitely my kind of girl.
Because a lot of Latino women have still got their old school beliefs and
they're natural as well. It's all natural.
They know their role.
They know their role.
Yeah. Like
but not some of these Latin bitches over here in America. They're
Exactly.
What happens, mate? Once you, this is all minorities. Once your women get near white women, they become a cancer. White women are toxic. They'll brainwash your woman to hate everything about you, and your woman will be a feminist overnight, mate. So
that's what I like.
Keep your sisters and your Latina chicks and your Asian chicks. Keep away from these white birds, man. I'm telling you.
That's what a lot of Asians said.
I was with one porn star back in the days. I didn't even know she was a porn star.
Bullshit.
No, I swear to God. I didn't know she. Meaning, when I was introduced to her, I had never seen her before. I never seen. They were like, she's a porn star. I was like, oh shit, she is, and we hooked up.
I hooked up with a whore one time. I have no idea she was a hoe.
You want to know? You want to know who she is? You'll be surprised. So it was?
Wait, hold on. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, was she good in bed?
Yeah.
Or they overrated?
She was, from a 1 to 10, I say she was a 7.5.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, in the bed.
That's not impressive.
I used to check this bird. Right. Fake tits, fake lips. She's all right. She was all right. Mixed race girl. Nice looking girl. But she used to go to London and she used to get paid to have some. They're going like this place, and weirdos would pay her hundreds of pounds an hour to suck on her feet.
Oh God!
That's what they would pay $100 for, to suck her feet.
Pay more. They used to pay her more than that. But she was a coke whore. That's what she was.
Okay,
I don't know.
That reminds me of those narco babes and shit. They look like porn stars walking in the street, but no, they're untouchable.
Yeah. The only big like over exaggerated big booty girl that I liked, and that's the one that I had, was her name was Cherokee Diaz.
Yeah, I know you talk about recognize.
Yeah,
keep talking about her.
But I got her when she was young.
Let's look it up.
This was
let's
like,
look it up.
This was in the late 90s or the early 2000s.
The hell's going on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Dude. No, I was gonna say when this happened, it was in the early 2000s or the late 90s.
What's her name?
Damn, that's good, man. That's good.
What's her name?
Cherokee Diaz.
I just want to. Don in the chat he's taking a shot at me. Don in the chat's taking a shot at me because I said about Latino women, and then I mentioned white women like they were different.
Yeah.
He's saying white women and Latino women are the same. Well, I'm sorry, that's not the case, because
that's not true.
Latinas come in all colours. Latinas come in black. They come in brown.
Yeah.
Come in Indian looking. I mean, so let's be real. I mean, for me to say Latina women and put them in the same category as a race of women that are all white, I mean, I can't do that. So stop being a fucking idiot. Stop trying to trying to pick things out that I say wrong. Well, I didn't say anything wrong. You got it wrong, son.
All right.
Back to the woman.
Yo, the background noise. Where's that coming from? Still, dude.
Yeah, it's old dude's child. I
can hear everything, man.
My bad.
But that what the hell is that?
I don't know. Guys, when you come on the show, let's make sure you're in a secure location, please. All right, go ahead. Apologies.
The assets that Cherokee brought to the table was.
I see what you did. I recognize.
Was way at that time was kind of like like I said, I've never been into that, but that was nice. I mean, again,
I look at her now. She's got older, but I still picture her older.
Yeah, she still kind of looks almost
she's
the same.
alright.
Yeah, almost the same, but yeah, that was pretty nice. I'll just say that. It was pretty nice.
Where can I do to eat the ass? That kind
of course not. Of course I did it.
How come I can't find any pictures on Cherokee Diaz?
The question is, do you believe me?
No.
The one good thing about the European Union is that in England, the one good thing about the European Union in England, it's opened the doors to some very nice talent from overseas. And
yeah, it has.
We've got some stunning girls in England now. We've got a lot of Eastern Europeans. We've got Spanish. We've got Italians are already over here, and the Portuguese.
Well, nice Polish girls.
Yeah, the Polish girls. I can forget them. And so we've got a nice little choice now. Do you know what I mean? We've got a nice little choice. And I think these English girls are getting a bit pissed off about it because they're at the back of everyone's fucking queue now, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They recognize.
They don't even put the effort in anymore.
Yeah, but because English women, they're not very good women to have. Let's be real. Some of them. No, they've got big mouths. They're demanding.
Exactly.
They ring the police on you. Do you know what I mean? So these
sound like American girls.
Let's get something straight. Recognised. America and Britain is exactly the only difference is that you.
Yeah, I know.
You
got guns. That's the only difference between us people. Our political systems are the same. Our women are the same. We're homosexuals are everywhere. So we're the same.
Yo, Stu, but you gotta put up with getting stabbed with a Latina woman. That's the only reason they're so faithful to you, because they'll stab the shit out of you.
We've all got our problems. You have to dog shit on the streets of Cali. We all have our problems, don't we?
Again.
Oh, dude, don't pay attention. He's fucking with you.
He's trying to bait you into a debate.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, dude, he's fucking with you. Just leave it alone.
My bad, I was cut off. I just came back.
Does California, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I visited California, I liked it too. I definitely liked it.
I missed that last part. I just came back. I accidentally dropped myself.
I just said we've all got our problems. We've all, we get stabbed, and you have to dodge dog shit when you walk in the streets of Cali. No, it's not dog shit. It's human shit. Sorry, let me get it right.
Hey, John Gonzalez in the chat says all women are great once you bury them in the woods.
Fish stockers from the area in fucking California somewhere.
What was that, Butcher?
John Gonzalez says all women are great once you bury them in the woods.
Damn, what's wrong with this guy?
I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
He's a fucking creep, man.
No, I enjoy women's companies. When you have a night with a woman, you get a few beers in and have a night with it's nice. But then it gets after that, a normal day. The normal day, when the true colours come out and it's a normal day, and you're sitting there watching telly with the thing, and it's flicking. It's got control of your remote, and it's flicking your fucking own TV, and you're sitting there thinking, "What the fuck's going on here?" So that's the only thing with me. I've got so set in my ways that I don't know I could have a woman in my house running my shit, but I do enjoy their company.
When you meet the right girl, you just know, like she takes you for who you are. She like accepts you for who you are. That's when you know you met the right chick. But most of the time, you're always meeting girls that like try to change you, or they just slut. You can't trust them. You shouldn't trust them. Oh yeah, there's some crazy.
Thank you, Schneider, for another contribution. Man, keep going.
Man, I've met some crazy women in my day.
I think we all have.
I have fun with them too. I'm not saying I didn't have fun. It was fun.
Yeah, yo, Schneider, if you're gonna donate, type a message, man. I mean, if you're gonna pay, we can read your message. Because there's a lot of messages in the chat, but just can't get to them, man.
You see, but I was never big on paying. I always felt weird about that.
I mean, what about giving pain to a woman recognized? Like slapping a bomb or something. Like giving pain to a woman, slapping a bomb or something.
Hey, you're too nice. That's not pain.
I think that in a certain way, apology, like we pay anyway. Like in a certain way we do, but it's like there's something weird of like just like here's some money so we can, I always found it weird. Like
I think it's weirder for a man than a woman.
Say again?
I think it's weirder for a man than a woman.
Yeah, because women it's more natural. That's like Not saying that either or is better. I'm not saying the guy who's paying to me is just as if I think she's sleazy, then I think he's sleazy as well. But we do in a way, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna take you out for dinner, take you out for some movies, and maybe get you a couple of drinks, and see if you get open.
I must admit, I gotta keep it real. I like my women to be a bit old school in their ways, so I can't expect them to. Well, when it comes to paying for dinner, I want them to be equal rights. Then, do you know what I mean?
No.
I do pay for the dinners. I do pay for the dates. It's not very rare. When I'm with a woman, it's very rare that they stick their money in their pocket. Just say
Stu, you know what I've realized? I've done both. I've done both before. I've had girls pay for me. They don't respect you, bro. They don't respect you. Those women do not respect you. They look at you a little different.
The girl I've got twins with, though, to be fair to her, she's bought me loads of nice stuff. She bought me this jacket, which I've never even heard of the thing. I think she paid about £4 for it, and she paid like 160 quid for my Ray-Ban glasses. She bought me a PS4. She's really good like that, and I'm not even with her. So some girls out there are all right. They didn't. I mean,
I recognise your mic's going all.
Yeah, somebody's cutting off. All right.
No, it's still bad.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, some do treat you to nice things, but a lot of them are take, aren't they?
Mm. You still go out? Like, do you just like invite to your house and have dinner there?
Not really at the moment. I've stopped going out as much as I did. Like I said, I have that bird oven once every week or two. But yeah, because I live in the countryside, mate. It's a lot for me to. I have to drive into the city.
Yeah, I hear you.
And then I can't have a drink. And if I get a taxi, it's going to cost me like 50 quid, £50 to get there and back, if not more.
Oh, shit.
So, you know, because I live in the middle of nowhere, I have people around here and have little parties around here. I can have my music as loud as I want. I'll get the drinks in. I can stay here and they can stay here and then go home in the morning. I prefer it like that, to be honest with you.
Well, if I go to the city, Stu, where I live at, and if I go into the city and hang out and go for a few drinks, and let's say I don't want to drive, so I get an Uber.
Yeah,
it costs me about close to $100 to get back home.
Yeah, well, New York's
fucking live way out there.
Yeah, but New York's massive. It's fucking huge place.
Yeah.
Hey, recognize. Can you look at the screen and tell me if this is a girl you were talking about?
Okay, let me see what we're talking about.
So?
You dropped off. LOL.
Yeah, that was her. That's her.
That's her?
That's her when she's older. When she was older, but when I met her, she was younger. And I mean, she was better. She was better looking than that.
Yeah, look, Richard. Look at our old videos. Old videos she looked good.
Yeah, and again, I got introduced to her not knowing she was a porn star. I didn't know.
So you say?
I was in California when I met her. I was in California.
Hey, California.
Yeah. I was
Shout out to California.
I was in LA. I was in Hollywood, and I knew a guy that grew up in New York who ended up moving over there, and he was like, "Oh man, I want to introduce you to these girls. They're porn stars." He knew them, and he introduced me to her, and I said, "Wow, that looks nice."
That's one thing I've never done. You know, I've never bought a prostitute.
I didn't buy her either.
No, I know you. I know you did, but I'm just saying in general. That's one thing I've never bought. I don't think I could pay for it. I just wouldn't want to pay for it. I mean, I was around my mates. My mate's got loads of money. He fucking was round his getting on it, smashed out of our faces, and he got two. He paid for two girls to come over. I didn't even do anything. I just couldn't. Not into that sort of shit, man. It's not. I think the most excitement about getting sex is pulling the woman and getting her, and that's the most enjoyable part is pulling the girl. But
the connection of
that's it.
He was banging cocktail waitresses to
pay a girl for sex. You know that some old paedophile looking cunt about 50 with a hairy backspin on it a few hours before you. Do you know what I mean? So
I think that's hardwired in our brain, you know. Yeah.
Don Man said, "Recognize you're doing it wrong, bro. Uber is overpriced. You gotta use the cheap Chinese and companies in New York City." He's right about that. There is a Chinese company, right? And I found out about this obviously a little too late. They're like down low. You call them and they're like, "Yeah, we'll be there like in 10, 15 minutes," and they'll let's say that same trip that cost me close to $100, they'll charge $50.
Wow, really?
Yeah, like half price. Let's say for instance where you want to go to the airport from the city, and it will cost you at least $50. They'll charge you $25.
Yeah.
Is it safe? Recognized?
They're good. No, they're good. They're good. They're pretty good. Can't complain about it. Their service, they're good.
I know some girl that she ran. Is it Uber driver? Is that you on about?
Yeah,
like the Chinese, like a Chinese Uber driver. Is that what it is?
It's like the old fashioned style. I'm sure in the UK, you know the ones that you just call them. You actually call them and you call the dispatcher, but they do it on the down low. They're like, hello. They answer the phone like this. Like you almost feel like you're calling some underground, shady shit.
But the problem with them, recognise the problem with them, because I know some girls that went to London and did the same thing because it's hard to get a taxi in London, and they rang a company just like that, and they picked him up, and this guy fucking crashed when he was taking them home, rolled the car and ran off, left her in the car with a fractured skull, man. Do you know what I mean?
The Asians
he fucked off out of the car because they got him in the end, but he had no license. He didn't even have a taxi license, so you got to be careful when you're ringing these people.
Were the Asians?
No, there's a catch-22 like you just said. Like I can see
that. What's wrong with you, Beecher? Like, come on.
Come on, what's wrong with you? Apology, that's a classic right there.
Nah.
Well, you were talking about Asians, so
I'm laughing at Nino in the chat, man.
We love you long time.
My beloved character, Ching Chong Ding Dong.
Remember that Sir Mix-a-Lot song?
Ching Chong, Ching Chong, Ching Chong, bitch.
That's my favorite.
We're gonna get banned. We're gonna get banned.
That's our clip.
Some of them Asian girls are nice though. Some of them, the Asian girls that live in Western countries that don't have dicks and.
I never had I gotta be honest with you. I never had an Asian fetish.
I have. They're traditional. They're nice.
Me too.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. They've got to be real. They've got to be really pretty Asian. I don't like these just Bob standard fucking.
I've had a fetish. I've had a fetish for several type of girls, but for whatever reason, like I don't know what it was about the Asians. Like I never.
Yeah, you haven't lived yet. Recognize.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to end it.
Maybe
it's
2 or 3,
been a while now,
something like that.
And yeah, so.
Looks like somebody brings that shot down the street, man.
Alright, guys. Well,
yeah, hello, John.
I have a fetish for Brazilian girls.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, we have to end it now. It's been almost 3 hours.
Oh, and Trini girls. Love Trini girls.
Yeah. Real quick. Yeah. How's it going, John, man?
Hello.
Oh shit, I forgot about John. Alright guys, well we have to end it. So
okay, brother. What happened? Thank you.
John,
thank you for coming.
John.
What happened?
You look like fucking Daniel LaRusso, man. What's going on?
Alright.
Real quick, Breacher, John, what's your opinion on all this?
On what?
What were we just talking about?
Like women?
Yeah. What's your type?
Well, the best girl I ever had was half white, half Thai, and she was amazing.
Ooh.
That sounds nice. Yeah.
Sounds like a tranny.
And she kind of looked like Selena Gomez, but not as nowhere near annoying as her.
That's definitely a pick and mix I could eat.
Yeah, I like Eurasians.
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 Even the name sounds nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for coming.
Okay.
You should have come earlier, John Gonzalez, man, but too late. All right. Well, thank you for coming.
Do one yourself.
All right. Well, thank you for coming, everybody in the chat. Thank you, Steven Schneider. Thank you for your contributions. Check out everybody's channel. It's in the description.
Peace, people.
Check out, everybody who was in the panel. They have YouTube channels and Twitter, so check out their channels and stuff on the description. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Thank you for coming, guys, and we'll see you on Sunday. Maybe I'll do a show tomorrow, so I'll let you guys know if I do a show tomorrow. All right, guys, take care and see you next time. Oh, one last message. You guys should check out Artorias Boxing Channel. I'm gonna put it on the screen. This is Artorias Boxing, great channel. Support him on Patreon because I think his channel has been demonetized because you know how YouTube is. So go support Artorias Boxing, guys. Great channel, great content. He's been going on a fucking marathon with Canelo Golovkin content. So go and support Artorias Boxing and subscribe to his channel. Alright guys, take care. See you next time.